Hello everyone. So we are starting our new Power BI series. In this Power BI series, we are going to learn Power BI from a basic to the advanced level. As we all know, Power BI is one of the most widely tool used in industry for the data visualization and from the data analysis perspective. So we'll try to learn each and everything about Power BI from a basic to the advanced in this particular series. Let's first understand what is a Power BI, what actually it is used for, and we'll take some example how in company we use a Power BI. So let's start. What is Power BI? Power BI is a business intelligence tool. What is Power BI? It is a business intelligence tool which is developed by a Microsoft. It helps user to connect to a various data sources, to transform a raw data into a meaningful insight, to create an interactive dashboard and the visual reports. Let's take with the example. So what is a Power BI? Power BI is a business intelligence tool. What is a Power BI? It is a business intelligence tool which is developed by a Microsoft. Microsoft. How actually it helps? So whenever we work in company, right, generally we see our data available in a multiple places. Suppose my data is available as a Excel format. Suppose my few data is available as a CSV file. Suppose my few data is available in a SQL DB. Suppose my few data is available in a Oracle DB. Suppose my few data is available in a on-prem. So data can be anywhere, right? How actually you have to do analysis? First you have to connect to a different data source. So this Power BI tool will help you to connect to a different data source. This will help you to the connect to a different data sources which is available in a different places. Now once you will connect your data, right, the next step will be a you have to do a cleaning because generally we see whatever the data available, right, most of the time you will see you will be having a messy data, means you have to do a cleaning. So once you will connect to a different data source, right, what you have to do, you have to do a cleaning. So this BI tool will help you to clean a data, and once you will clean the data, right, finally what you will do, you will do a visualization. You will create a report to visualize the data, and once you will do a visualization, right, you will share this visualization with your stakeholder so that they can analyze and they can take some decision for a business. So Power BI is a business intelligence tool that help you to connect to a different data source, to clean a data, to create a visualization, and this visualization report you can share with your stakeholder so that they can analyze the data and they can take the some decision. So that is the use of the business intelligence tool and the Power BI. It is widely used for the data visualization. It is used for the reporting and analytics. It is used for the sharing insight across team and real-time dashboard update. These are the use case. Now let's take one example like how in a business this Power BI is generally used. So generally what happens, we get a requirement from our stakeholders. And the, you can say, product manager, we get a different requirement. Now what actually we do, first we get a requirement, and after getting a requirement, what we do, we first try to understand the requirement. And after that what we do, we try to check whether all the data is available or not, where all the data source is available or not, or where our actual data source is available. Mean we try to find out the different data source for this. Once we get a different data source, what we do, we try to clean the data, and after that we try to build a visualization. We try to visualize the data. So that's how actually in a company we work. Now what kind of the requirement we get? So suppose you are working in company, that company is selling a different products. So what kind of the requirement we will get from a product manager? So generally they want to see how their sales is happening, week over week or month over month, or the day over day. What does it means? So they generally want to see like how their product sales is happening, how their sales is happening week over week and the month over month, and how their profit is happening week over week and the month over month. So this kind of the chart actually they want to see, like how in a January, February, March, month over month, April, their sales is happening, whether this sales is growing or not. Suppose you have done, you have created one dashboard. Now in this dashboard you are seeing this kind of the report, means this is for the sales report. Now if your trend is going down, so this will help business to know like your sales is going down month over month, month over month, month over month, March, Feb, January. So that's why they want to have this kind of the dashboard, so that they can take a decision. Suppose your sales is going down month over month, means there is some fault in a business, so they had to fix it. Why this sales is going down week or month over month, so they had to take a decision for that, right? Once they will have this kind of the data only, then only they can take a decision. So that's why they ask for the different requirement from a data analysis. And what data analysts they do, they try to understand the requirement, they try to check a different data source, they try to clean the data, they try to visualize the data, and for this they use a business intelligence tool. And in our case we have a Power BI. So I hope you got the idea like how actually we work in a company. This we will understand more as we go in depth in the upcoming lecture also. Now Power BI include Power Desktop, Power Desktop. So whatever the visualization, you can see these are the visualization, right? So if you have to build the visualization, what you will do, first we will download the Power BI Desktop. We will download the Power BI Desktop. So this Power BI Desktop is nothing but this kind of one application which we will download, and we will try to build this kind of the different visualization. So one is the Power BI Desktop, the second is the Power BI service. Now this whatever the Power BI Desktop, right, whatever you will download, right, that will be available in your local, that will be available in your local. But suppose this you have to share with your business stakeholders. So what actually you will do, you have to get your this data into this cloud, then only you can share with your uh, stakeholders, right? So for that what we use a Power BI service. So Power BI service, whatever the visualization we have built, right, we try to get this into a cloud, and this once we have data in a cloud, right, we can share with the different user. So this Power BI service will help you to share the dashboard with a different user, so that they can see and they can do analysis. Now third one is the Power BI mobile. So in a mobile and the desktop, in a mobile and the tablet, they can view a dashboard. So we have a Power BI mobile concept also. And the fourth one is the Power BI gateway for refreshing the on-prem data. Suppose you have on-prem data that you want to refresh, so for that we can use on-prem data. So these are the different things. So in the next video we will try to download the Power BI desktop also, and we will see how actually we can build the visualization. So I hope you got the idea about what is a Power BI and how actually it is used for. Now let's see how actually we can download the Power BI desktop. So I open Google, I'll search for the Power BI desktop, download something, desktop download. Once you will write the Power BI desktop download, right, you can see the Microsoft link is opening. Download Microsoft Power BI. Click on that. This is the official website. Now here you can see Microsoft Power BI desktop. This actually click on the download. Now this is the 64 one, right? That actually we are going to download. Once you will download, you can see a download will start in within a 30 seconds. So let's wait it to be downloaded. So download already started. If you can see, this Power BI desktop is getting download. It is around the 778 MB. So let's wait it to be complete, then we'll install it. You can see this one is started. It's already downloaded. I'll double click here. I'll try to install it. Click on the next. Click on the yes. Click on the next. Accept the term license agreement. Click on the next. Click on the next. Create a desktop shortcut. Click on the install. Now installation has started. So let's wait it to be completed. So this is the simple step we have to follow to install the Power BI desktop in the your PC. Now it's completed installation. So we'll click on the finish part. Now it's opening the Microsoft Power BI. So you can see this is the Power BI desktop. Here only we will try to practice it. So in next video we will see the overview of the Power BI desktop. Hello everyone. So in previous video we have downloaded the Power BI desktop. Now we are going to see the overview of a Power BI desktop. So once you will open a Power BI desktop, you will see this particular screen. You can see the first one is a blank report. As of now, let's click on the blank report. Once you will click on the blank report, right? This is the interface generally you will see. In this interface, you can see we have a option like it is showing import data from Excel, import data from SQL Server, paste data into a blank table, or use sample data. These are the option you can see. But suppose your requirement is like you want to add a data from a multiple data source. So you can see here we have one option, get data from another source. If you click here, you can see these are the many data sources which is available: Excel, CSV, JSON, PDF, Parquet, SQL Server. Like these are the multiple data sources is available, and all the data source you can connect. Like if you want to see a database, you want to see Microsoft Fabric, Power Platform, Azure, like Azure database you want to connect, all the kind of the thing you can connect from here. So that is the one option. One way is to select from here get data. Another way is like if you click here get data, right? From here also you will get all the option like to connect with the data source. If I'll show you here also it is opening the same. Now the third way is like one way is a get data, second way is a get data, and the third way is a in a right side you can see one data option, right? In a data option also if you select the get data, here also you will get the same option. So through three way through which actually you can connect to any data sources. Now in the left side you can see we are seeing the four view. One is the report view, second is the table view, third is the model view, and fourth is the DAX query view. Let's understand one by one. So one is first is the report view. So this particular screen you are seeing, right? This is nothing but this is the report view. So whatever the visualization you will create in this particular screen itself. Whatever the graph you want to create, whatever the visualization you want to create, you will create into this particular report view layer. Now second is the table view. In the table view, whatever the data you will load. So if I will load any Excel data, right? So that particular data actually you will see here. Suppose you have a multiple data set. So generally whenever we work in a company, you will see you will be having a multiple data set. So all the data will be available as form of the table. So all this table will be mentioned here in this particular screen you will see, and you will be able to visualize the data. So table view is nothing but whatever the data you will load, right? That data actually you will see in the form of the tabular format. So that is a table view. The third one is the model view. In a model view, so whenever we work in a company, it's very rare like we are working only in one data set. Generally we work in a multiple data set. So suppose as of now we have a three data set. Now how the relation between the multiple table, what is the primary key, foreign key, through which the each table is connected with each other, this kind of the relationship, this kind of the modeling view you will see into this model view. Suppose you have a two table, one is the employee table, second is the department, and how employee and the department are actually connected. So that particular view you will see into this model view. This also we'll explore more. And the fourth is the DAX query view. In the DAX query view, in a Power BI, suppose you had to perform some calculation, if you had to perform some transformation, so for that we have a specific language. That language is nothing but a DAX language. So that kind of the calculation you can do into this DAX query view. This also we'll understand. Now in the right side you can see we have a one visualization tab. In this visualization tab we have a different visualization option, like you can see stack column chart is available, bar chart is available, means all the kind of the visualization you will be able to see from here. You will be able to see from here. and right side you can see, right, the data also will be shown here. Now suppose you want to create any chart visualization, so what you have to do, suppose I want to use this stack bar chart, so what I will do, I will double click. You can see that bar is coming here. Suppose I want to use this also is coming here. So like that actually we can adjust, like that we can adjust and we can create a view. So in the next video we'll try to upload a file and we'll try to learn more about this. Hello everyone, so in this video we will try to upload a file. So what actually I will do, I'll click on the get data, I'll click on the Excel workbook. I'm going to upload one Excel file. Now after that what I will do, the global superstore, this particular file I am going to upload. This I'll share with you also so that you can also do the same. Once you will do this, right, you will see an option. You can see here in the Excel, if I'll show you, this is the Excel. In this Excel we have a 4 sheets are available. One is a order, all the order related information. Second is the people, all the people related information. Then we have a return, then we have all customer, all the customer related information. Means in a one Excel we have a 4 tab and 4 different kind of the data is available. Now this all the data, if you will upload the Excel, right, you can see here it is showing the each sheet, like customer sheet it is showing, order sheet it is showing, people sheet it is showing, return sheet it is showing. It is nothing but it is kind of the table for us. Now if you want to upload this, what you have to do, you have to select that. So suppose I will select the customer, you can see all the customer related data here. Similarly, if you want to upload the order, you will see the order related data here. So what I will do, I will select all, and what I will do, I will just click on the load. We'll come to this transform part later. Transform is nothing but if you want to add something, if you want to apply some more transformation in the existing data, then we go for the transform. But as of now, we'll see how to load. So we'll click on the load the data. Once you will click on the load the data, right, your data will start loading. You can see customer, it is waiting for other queries, means it will get loaded into the Power BI itself. Now from there what actually we will do, we will try to see how in our table view that particular data looks like. So you can see all the things are loaded. Now in a report view we understand all the visuals we will create. Now coming to the this table view. So I'll go to the table view. Now here right side you can see we have option customer, order, people and the return. This all the table you can see. In the tabular format we can see the data, right? Now if I'll click on the order, all the order related data you can see. Now what I will do, if I will just click on this drag, you can see all the columns are showing here. Now in this column if you will see, we have a option. You can see this summation marks it is showing, right? This summation is nothing but it will indicate like that particular column is in integer format. Whatever the summation you can see, right, it is by default considered it as a integer format. Now suppose if I select this order ID. Now order ID, the data type, if you want to know, right, you can see data type it is mentioned as a text. But if you click here, you have an option, you can convert into the specific data type. You can change the data type also. So by default it is considered as a order date as a text, so that's why it is showing a text. Now you can see order date. Order date, you can see summation it is showing, like, but it is showing as an integer. But this order date shouldn't be an integer, it should be a proper date. So how actually we can change the data type? What you have to do, here you have to select the date time. If I select the date time, you can see it is properly converted into the proper date. So this kind of the data type changes and all you have to first do to do the proper things. Now in the shift date also it is showing the integer, but it should also be a date. So that kind of the cleaning we have to do first, that you have to remember. So in a tabular view only you will get to know what are the columns you have, what are the data types are there, and the proper data type we can convert. Now you can see this order date we have converted into the date time, right? So this particular symbol it is showing. Summation means it is an integer, and if it is not showing anything, that means that is a text. This is how actually we can visualize our all the data. Now if I'll show you in a data model view, in a model view. how this all the four datas are related. So you can see we have a first table, that is a order table. Now in order table, how they are actually connected. So you can see if you want to see the relation. So you can see this order table is connected with the customer table based on their customer ID. If I select here, you can see you are getting the details. Similarly, if I show you in the people column, there is no relation between the customer, and similarly for the return column also we don't have any specific connection. But if you can see this order and the customer, how they are connected, you can see they are connected based on the customer ID. They are connected based on the customer ID. So if you will be having any kind of the table and how they are connected, so all the kind of the relations you can form it from here, you can get it from here. Now coming to the report view. In the report view, what actually we do, we try to build a visualization. In the report view also, if you will come to this data part, right, in data if you will click, you will be able to see all this kind of the data here. So in next video, what actually we'll do, we'll try to start our visualization part and we'll try to understand how to create each chart. Hello everyone. So now we will start the Power BI dashboarding part. How to create a proper dashboard in a Power BI desktop, that we are going to learn. So we will start with how actually we can set up a proper page for our dashboard, and also we will see how actually we can create a proper title, how actually we can give a proper title in our dashboard, that actually we are going to see in this particular video. So I'll open my Power BI desktop. I open my Power BI desktop. Now what actually I will do, if I had to set up this proper page in here, right? So what you have to do, in right side you can see, right, we have a one build usual, there you can see all the visualization. The second option is a format page. If you click here, you can see page information, everything is coming. So in a Power BI desktop version, there are different version where this option is available in a different places. In a latest version, you can see in a format page this build visual. In the right side, you can see this format pages option is available. In your version, if it is not available, then what you have to do, you have to right click here in the blank space here, right? Here you have to right click, and there you will see a format option. Once you will click, this all the option will be shown. But in the latest version, what you have to do, here only you have to click this format page and you will see this option. Now after that, you can see page information. So if you want to give this particular page name, this is the page name, right? So you can give proper name here. So I will give a global super smart or something, like I will just give the global. This is the page name I am giving. After that, what is the size of the particular page? I want a 4 by 3. So you can see this visual got converted into the 4 by 3. Suppose you want in a letter format, so you can see in a letter format also you can build the dashboard, or you want to have any custom, that also custom you can select. So custom I will give 1300, 1850, 1815 I will give. So you can see 1300 and 1850, this particular visual is created. This page size is set up for the 1300 and 8050, or you want to go with the 69, you can select that. So I'm going with the custom. 1300 is height, 1850 is width, that is what actually I'm selecting. And now once you will set up that, you have an option for the background. Suppose you want to change a background. I want to make the background as a black, but once you select the background also, right, still it is showing a white. So how actually we can change that? So in a transparency, right, if you will make this, you can see now it is reflecting. If you are making this as a 0, then you can see this background got changed. So that's how actually we can change the background. So we have seen like how to set up the page, how to set up a color, and how to set up a page size. Now if you want to set up any wallpaper, so you can browse any image and you can select the transparency here also. Filter pane and the filter card, this we will understand later, but these are the option that will be helpful to set up your page and the settings and all. Now once you do this, right, now what actually we'll do, we'll try to create one header for our dashboard. So what you can do, in a home option, you can see we have one option for the text box. Just click on the text box. Once you'll click on the text box, right? Once you'll click on the text box, right? This is, you can see one text box is coming. Now what we'll select? We'll select one font here. So let me select the Arial Black, or you can select any of the font which you want. Now after that we can select the font size. I'll select the font size as a 36. Now I will write a header for my, so I am writing global super store. This is the header I want to give. You just expand this. Once you will expand this, right, you can see that header is coming. Now from here you can do that. Now why it is not, we are not able to see, this is the header which is here, we can see, right? I just, so this is what we have created. Now this actually you can drag here. This is the header we have created. Let's make it in a here. So like this actually we can create a title. What you have to do, you have, in a home option you just have to select the text box, you have to write a text, and this is the option will be shown. Now my requirement is like I want to change this background, this white background actually it is showing, right? This actually I want to change. How actually I can change that? So in that case what you have to do, you have to select here. Now once you select, you can see one format text box is coming, right? One format text box is coming. In the format text box, if you go into the effects, one background is coming. If you'll off the background, right, you can see that background got changed into the white only. Now suppose this is written in a black, I will change this into a white. How actually I can change that? If I'll make this white, this got changed into the white, or if I'll make this as a this color, now I will change this background as a black only. How to change this? So select this format text box, go to the effects and background, if you'll off, you can see this got changed into the black color only. But our was better, right? This white was better, so we'll go ahead with this header only. But I was just showing you how actually we can change the background for this. Now let's see how actually we can add a logo in our dashboard. So for that what you have to do, you have to first have one image. So what actually I will do, I'll come to the Google, I will search for the global superstore something image. I will try to download. So let me try to download global superstore. This is the image I will download. I'll do the save image as in a download folder only. I will try to save it. So one image we have. Now come to this our desktop. If you want to import, then what you have to do, go into the insert. In a insert we have a image option. So from that image option you have to select the particular logo. You can see this got imported. Now this what you can do, this logo you can bring into the top. This is the logo. So whenever we work for any company, right, that company will have a specific logo. So like that actually you can set up a logo. Now what actually you want, whenever you will click on this image, right, that image will go into the particular link. How actually you can set up, suppose if I'll click on that particular image, it should open a amazon.com. Then in that case what actually I can do, at this particular URL, right, I'll just click here, I'll just click on this image. Now this I want to make an action. In the right side you can see in a format setting we have action. Just click on the format action on. Now what type of action you want? I want action as a web URL. So I'll click on the web URL, and this particular link I will give. This particular link I will give, and I'll just, this is done. Now whenever I will click here, right, this will open a amazon.com. You can see amazon.com is opening. Now we have set up a logo, and also we have set up a title for our dashboard, right? But you can see this logo color is in blue and this background is white. This is not looking good. So what we will do, we'll change the color. First I'll change the color of this image, not image, text. So I'll make this text as this color, dark color. And what I will do, I want to change this white image into a particular background. So you have to click here in the effects, background, right? This is the background. This visual we can make as a any other color. I will make this a blue color. Now you can see this got converted. Now let me change this color light. So you can see we have a logo, and also this particular header also got set up properly. So now in next video we'll see how actually we can start building the visualization. Hello everyone. So we are starting our dashboarding part. So in previous video we have seen like how to create a proper title and how to create a proper logo in a dashboard. In this video we are going to see few of the business requirement we have, and based on that how to create a card visual that actually we are going to see. So you can see here, right, total employee it is showing, a male employee. So this all is nothing but these are the card. So you can see, right, total male employee, total female employee. So how actually we are representing? We are representing this with the card. So that card how actually we can build in a dashboard that we are going to see. For that we have a couple of business requirement, and based on that only we are also going to see how to create proper card in a dashboard. So let's start. The first question is like, what is the total number of sales? So what we had to do, we had to create one card. That card will tell me what is the total number of sales. Suppose total number of sales is 210. This is the total sales. So this will be one card. The second is like, what is the total number of profit? What is the total number of profit? So total profit, this will be another card that we will show. Total profit. Suppose total profit is 500. How many customer we have? What is number of customer? So we will show number of customer. Suppose number of customer we have 1000. Now after that we will say how many order placed. What is the total unique order? So suppose total unique order is 50. Total order. So these are the four cards we are going to see. So let's see. So in previous video we have seen like how to create this title and this logo, right? Now we'll continue and we'll see how to create a card. So for creating a card in the visualization, this is the visualization window, you can see, right? Here we have a different kind of the options are available. Now we will search for the card. So you can see 1 2 3, this you can see, right? This is nothing but this is a card. So just click on this. Once you will click on this, you will see this. What we will do, we can adjust this card. Now once you will adjust this card, right, in the card actually what we want to show, we want to say what is the total number of sales. So we have loaded a global superset data, right? In a global superset data, if I'll show you, we have a customer, order, people, and the return. In a order we have a sales detail. So this is the sales. So if I'll do sum of sales, means I will get what is the total number of sales. Correct? So I will go into the report view. I'll click this card. Just click on this particular card. Now in the right side you can see the data, right? This is the data. In a data, what actually we want to do, we want to find out what is the total sales. So click on the sales. If you'll click on the sales, you can see what actually it is showing. It is showing the sum of sales. What actually it is showing, sum of sales. How actually you know this is sum of sales? So you can see one field came here, this field, right? Here it is showing sum of sales. If I'll click on the drop down, suppose you have to average, you have to find out, minimum you have to find out, maximum you have to find out, count you have to find out. From here you can adjust. But I had to show the total sales, right? So I will go with the sum only, sum of sales only. So this is the total number of sales actually. Now what we will do, this card, right, whatever we have sum of sales we are showing, let's try to modify it. So in a build visual, right, in the left side in the second window you can see it, format your visual. So if you click on this format your visual, we get a two option, visual and the general. So in a visual we have a call out value. So suppose whatever the number we are showing, right, this 12.64 million. Now you want to make it bold, so I'll click on the bold. You can see this became the bold. Similarly, if you want to increase the height, you can increase from here. Suppose I will make the 10, then it will become very less. If I'll make the 50, you can see proper number actually it is showing. Now similarly, if you want to change the color, you can change that. Suppose blue I want, so that will become a blue. But I want to go with the black only, black. So I'll select the black. And now display unit. So as of now you can see 12.64 million actually it is showing. But suppose you want to show in the thousand. So if you click on the thousand, it will get converted into the thousand. Similarly, billion, if you want to see in a billion number, that also you can see. But I will go ahead with the million only by default, auto one. So like that actually you can change the size. Now the second thing is like, one is the call out value. So whatever the number we are showing, right, that actually we can adjust it. Now if in a category level, so you can see below the 12.64 sum of sales is written. Now that visual if you want to do, so that actually you can do from here. Suppose I want to make it big, like 30 if I'll do. So you can say this actually it is showing this. I will make it 20. So you can see sum of sale it is showing and also the number. Now what actually we'll do, again click here, go to the visual. So we have seen the call out and the category label. Now in the general option, you can apply few effects and all also. So first option is property. What is the height for this particular card? Suppose I will make it the 500. So you can see the card size is increasing. So like that you can adjust the height and all also, but I will go ahead with the 150. I will make it 150 this. So I make it 150, that is the height, and width I will go with the 300. So this is the height size I am selecting. Position, if you, what is the position? The horizontal position. Suppose I will make this 500. So you can say this is coming here. But I want to start this with here, so I will go with that only. So this horizontal position and all also you can adjust from here in the property option. Now padding. Suppose if I'll do padding 30. Now let's see what is happening. So from the top, how many space, like what is the space? So that kind of the space actually you can adjust it. So I will, what actually I'll do, from top also 5 space, from left also 5, from right also, means I want to be in the middle. So that's what I selected, all 5 5 5 5. So padding also you can adjust here. Now coming to the title. So suppose you want to make any title, so click on this title. Now here you can write a title. Suppose I will write a total sales. If you write a total sales, you can see in the card right here total sales is coming. Means if you want to add any kind of the text also, that text also you can add here. But I don't want to add any text, so I'll just remove this. Similarly, the subtitle, divider, any text related spacing you can do. So I'll just hide this because I'm not going to add as of now. After that, we'll see the effects. In the effect, suppose the background is white, right? But suppose you want to change it, I want to make it blue, so that you can do it. Suppose you want to make it any other color, so that you can do, but as of now I will go ahead with the white only. Now coming to the visual, so visual border. So border also you can make it. Suppose I want to make a rounded corner. So if I'll increase this, now you can see this card, right? From it became the rounded. This card became the rounded. Previously it was a rectangle, right? Now you can see from the side it became the round. Similar, so round you can add. I'll go ahead in effects. What we had done in a visual border, we have added the corner. Now after that, shadow. If you want to add a shadow, that also you can add. Suppose color is, I'm selecting black, and I want shadow in the inner. So you can see it applied the shadow inner side. So shadow we have seen, visual border we have seen. Now what we'll do, we'll see the date format. So if you want to adjust any kind of the date format, so as of now it is a sum of sales, right? So it's not, but suppose any data format if you want to do, you can do from here. Now we have another option like a header icon, that background, that is not that important. Similarly, if you want to have a tooltip, so suppose if I'll hover this, then particular number should show, right? So if I'll click on the turn on, now if I will hover, right, you can see sum of sale it is showing. So this tooltip actually we can add. So like this actually you can add a multiple visual, multiple effects. This is up to you. the stakeholders will not ask you to do this, but to show it properly in the dashboard, you can apply a multiple effects and you can explore this. So that's how actually we can do. So we have created one. Now suppose we want to add one more, right? So what we will do? So I just control C and control V, one more visual got created. Now what I will do, I will just click here. We will show what is the total profit, right? So I have selected this particular card, sum of sales. What I will do, sum of profit. Instead of sales, what I will do, I will do a profit. So I'll just remove this. I'll select the sum of profit. Sum of profit. Now you can see sum of profit actually it is showing. Now I want to make it one more. So I'll just click here, Control C, and if I'll do Control V, one more card will be created. Now here I want to show what is the total number of customer we have. So if I'll do customer ID, if I'll select customer ID, so you can see it is showing some weird number, the first customer ID, right? But I want to show the distinct customer. So I will use the count of distinct customer, this one. This will tell me what is the count of the customer ID we have. Now again I will select this. I will show another card. I want to show what is the total number of order. So in this case what I will select, instead of customer ID, order ID I will select. So I selected the order ID. Here also I will show the count of distinct order ID. So you can see count of order ID, it is showing here this. Now let's try to adjust it. So I will make it proper so that it will look good. Uh, yeah. So we have created a 4 card. One is showing the total number of sales. One is showing the what is the total number of profit. Count of customer we have 1590, and also it is showing the count of order. So this is what this is how actually we can create a card. I hope you got it. Please do practice. Hello everyone. So we will continue over the Superstore Power BI dashboard project part. So in previous videos we have seen like how to create a title, how to create a logo, and how to create a different card visual in the dashboard. Now in this particular video we are going to see about the bar chart, how to create one bar chart based on the requirement. So our requirement is saying like our stakeholders wants that how the sales is happening over the years, means they want to know how their sales is happening over the years. That is the thing they want to know. So what we have to do, so suppose we have a date for the 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, means over year how the sales is happening, that particular trend we have to show. So suppose in 2016 this is the sales, 2017 this is the sales, 2018 this is the sales, and 2019 this is the sales. Means they want to see the how the sales is happening, that actually they want to know. Suppose 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, 500 million. So this kind of the chart actually we will show it to them. So let's see how to create that. I'll open my Power BI desktop. So I have opened my Power BI desktop. Now what actually we are going to do, we are going to create one bar chart. So you can see in the visualization, right? You can see, you will see different bar chart. We are going to select the cluster column chart as of now. Here only we are going to show the bar chart. And what is our requirement? Our requirement is like year over year how the sales is happening, that we want to show. So let's first analyze the data. So I'll go into the table view part. In the table view part, you can see we have one of the column date. From here we will get the year, and also we have one of the column sales, means year over year the sales actually we can show that. But if you will see this order date, right, this is not in a proper date format. So how actually we can convert date format? So on the top you can see this whole number, right? This you can convert into the date and time. Once you will convert into the date and time, click on the refresh. Once you will do this, you can see now order date converted into the proper date and time. Now once you will do this, right, in order date, you can see one date hierarchy got created, like year, quarter, month and day. So year over year, quarter over quarter, month over month, say day over day, you can show the any kind of the trend, means based on the date hierarchy automatically got created. So this actually we will use. So let's come to the our report view. I'll select this chart. Once you will select this chart, right, in a, you can see in a data, and also here x-axis, y-axis it is showing, right. What actually we'll do, we'll select the year. In order date you can see year is there, I'll select this, I'll drag into the x-axis. Similarly, we have a sales actually I will drag into the y-axis. Once you will do this, right, you can see one bar chart got created. One bar chart got created. In x-axis we are showing all the year, in the y-axis we are showing all the sales. Now let's see how actually we can format it properly so that it will look good. So what you have to do, you have to select the first chart, go to the format your visual. Once you will do this, right, you can see first it is showing the x-axis. In x-axis, if you want to do any changes, first is the type. So type is continuous or category. So we are showing the category wise, right, 2016, 17, 18. So we'll select the category. Now after that it is asking for the value. So you can see 2016, 17, 18, 19, whatever is written, right, it should show properly. So we'll increase the font size. So 20 I will make, and I'll make the bold. So you can see now, you can see properly, right, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Similarly for the y-axis also we'll do edit. In a y-axis I will make the size as a 20 and we'll make the bold, so that this also 1 million, 2 million it will show properly. So that edit we have done. And now what is our requirement? Now as of now you can see this 2016, 17, 18, 19, right, this is showing in the a blue color. But suppose you want to change this color, so how you have to do? First you have to select this, go into format visual, go to the column. In the column you can see you have a color. Now this color you can change. If I change this color, so all things will get converted into the this particular color. Now suppose you want to, your stakeholder is saying like for each year they want to have a different color, like 16 should be in different color, 17 should be in different color. How you can do that? So you can see in a category itself, right, if you can see we can select the 2016 and you want to change the some other color. Let me make. Similarly for the 2017 you want to have a different color, you can select that. Similarly for the 2018 you want to have a different color, you can select that. And 2019 is the this color. So like this actually we can select the color. Now even if you want to add a border, in border of this particular chart, that also you can add the border from here, but as of now I am not going to do that. Now this is the bar chart got created. Now if you will hover it, right, in 2019 if you will hover, you will see in 2019 how the sales is happening, in 2018 also how the sales is happening, 2017 also. Now let's see whether it is interactive or not. It means if I select only, if I click on the 2016, so it will show, it should show me only the 2016 data, means other in the top also we have, right, it should show only the 2016 data. So let me click that. So you can see as of now 12.64. Let me click on the 2016. So if I click on the 2016, right, you can see it is interactive. Now the top also it is showing me only the 2016 data. If I select 2017, it is showing me only the 2017 data. If I select 2019, it will show me only the 2019 data. So like that actually it is automatically interactive. Means if you will select any of the year, on the top also you will see the result for that particular year only. Now if I am hovering, then only I can see the sum of sales, the number. But my stakeholder wants that number should display here. So what actually I will do, I'll select this, go to the format usual, you can see one data label is there, click on that. Once you will add this, you can see this 4.3 million, this number got added. So let's increase the font size for that. In data labels, you can see we have a value. Let's make the value as a proper 20, and let's make it as bold so that it will show properly. If you want to change the color, you can change the color also from here. Let's make some other color, blue color. You can see 4.3 million, 2.7 million, like this actually you can do that. So like this actually we can add the visual. Now this is, we have created the bar chart. Now this also you want to edit more. So what actually you can do, go to the general in the format visual, go to the general. These are the options we have seen, right? If you want to increase the height, if you want to add the title, so you can see sum of sales here in the top right, sum of the sales of year it is showing. This also you can edit it. So suppose I want to make it bold, and what actually I want it to display in the center, and also let's make this as a 18. You can see sum of sales of year it is showing. Even background color also, if you want to change, you can change it, but as of now the white looks good to me, so I'm not going to change that. Now subtitle also, if you want to add, you can add that. So now let's see in effects, the background effects. If you want to change, it is in white color, but if you want to change any other color, you can change like this. I'll go with the white color only. Visual border, if you want to add a border, if you want to add a corner, right, you can add that. So let me add that. So once I added, you can see this corner actually got added. It looks good, right? Now uh, I will add a, what actually I was doing in effects border we have added, we'll add the shadow also. So I have added a shadow. Offset I will make the inside so that it will look good. So you can see border also got added. Now it's looking good, right? So like that, actually any formatting if you want, you can do here. And now go to the general, date effects. We have added the visual border, we have added a shadow, and in a date format, anything you want to add the format, and that actually you can do that. But as of now, I think we are good. So like this, actually we can create a bar chart. Hello everyone, so we will continue with the dashboard project part. So in previous video we have seen like how to create a title, how to create a logo, and also we have seen how to create a cards, and also we have seen how to create a bar chart. In this particular video we have one more requirement. This is a new requirement, and based on that we are going to create one more chart, that is a line chart. So our requirement is like sales and the profit trends by each month the stakeholders want to see. Means what actually they want to see, they want to see how their sales is happening by each month, like January, February, March, April, May, June, like how actually their sales and the profit is happening, that actually they want to see. Why this kind of the requirement generally comes? Because they want to check any seasonality. Like suppose in September and October, suppose most of the profit is happening. Suppose your chart looks like this, means in January and February most of the profit and most of the sales is happening, means some seasonality is there, so that actually they want to track. That's why this trends helps. So whenever any trends, in that case we use a line chart. So let's see how to build that. I open my Power BI desktop. These are the bar chart we have created previously. Now let's see how to create a line chart. So what you have to do in the visualization, you can see this is the line chart. You have to click that. Once you will click that, right, this line chart actually it is showing. Now what we will do, we want to show each month how their sales and profit is happening. So you can see we have one order date column. In order date we have a month. So what actually we'll do, we'll drag the in x-axis month, and in a y-axis we'll drag the profit as well as the sales. We'll drag the profit as well as the sales. So you can see this the above chart, right, and this line chart actually it is showing the sales. It is written this light dark color. A light color it is showing the sales, and the bottom one dark color it is showing the profit. So it is showing in the chart. Now let's try to modify and let's try to format it so that it will look better. Now what actually I will do, in a x-axis, right, you can see January, February. This is not visible properly. So I'll go into the build visual, x-axis. I'll try to make it bold. You can see now it is showing January, February, March, April, like this. In a y-axis also it is showing the 1 million, 2 million, like that. So what I will do, in a y-axis also I'll try to make it bold. Means formatting is in up to you, like how much formatting you want to do, but I am just showing you how actually you can do that. So I have just done the formatting for the x-axis and the y-axis. Now after that you can see line. Now this line actually if you want to show in a solid or in a dotted format, so also that you can apply in a lines. You can see, right, we have a solid if you'll select the dotted, right, you can see it is showing in a dotted color. Make so let me zoom it. Now what I will do, instead of dotted I will make it solid. So this is the solid one. Now in a line chart we have seen, right, how actually we can do. Now after that, what actually I want to show the number also here, like what is the number of each month and sales. So you can see data label is there. So this data label, if you turn on, you will see the number also. Now if you want to make it number as bold, what you have to do, you have to go down in a values, you can make as a bold. And if you want to change the color also, that also you can do. Suppose let me make the light color, or let me make the better color. So you can see it is showing the number also. Now this is how we can do, and you want to do a further formatting. So what you have to do, select that, go to the format visual in the general option, right, in a property. If you want to adjust the height, weight, position, you can do that from here. Title also, if you want to modify that also you can do. You can see sum of sales it is showing, right. I want to make it in middle, so you can see in sum of sales it is showing in middle. Make it bold so it will look good, sum of sales. And you can adjust the this also. Let's try to make it 20, sum of sales. So title we have adjusted. Now what we will do, we'll come to the this effects. If you want to change the background change also will happen here. In a visual border, I'll make the round, so let me make it 30. And also shadow also I'll own shadow, I will do a inner inside shadow. Now you can see this chart became the corner one, and it is same like the previous also. So like that the formatting is up to you, like how much formatting you want to do. uh, so you have a different option, and this all the option you can explore also, like tool tips and all. So like that actually we can create a line chart. And let's try to arrange this properly. So I have arranged it like this. Now you can see for each year, for all the years, January, February, how the sales is happening, that actually it is showing. But suppose I want to see this number only for the 2016 year. So if I select 2016, you can see this change the number only for 2016, how each month the sales is happening. Similarly, if I select 2017, you can see this. 2019, you can see this. And like this for each month or for individual month, you can see the number for each month sales and the profit. Now seasonality wise, if you check, right, most of the profit, right, after August, and the sales, most of the sales is happening after December, November, October. This shows the seasonality, because in January, February the sales is very less, but after that the sales is increasing. So you can see the how their seasonality wise the sales is happening. So I hope you got it. Please do practice. Hello everyone. So we will continue over the dashboard project part. So we are creating a superstore dashboard. So till now what we have done, we have seen like how to create a logo, how to create a title. We have seen about the card visual. We have seen how to create a bar chart, and we have seen how to create a line chart based on the business requirement. Now we are getting one more new business requirement. This is a line number 7. What actually they are saying, stakeholders wants to know which particular market sales and the profit is happening more. Means what actually they want to know, based on the each market. Based on the each market, suppose this is the US market, suppose this is a Japan market. Like that each market, how their sales is happening, and also they want to know how their profit is happening, how their sales is happening, and how their profit is happening. So what we will do, in a bar chart we will show the sales, in bar chart we will show the sales, and in a line chart we will show the profit. In line chart we will show the profit, and this we call is this chart we call it as a column and stack chart. Means we are showing the bar chart also and the line chart also. Like how actually we can show the bar chart and line chart together, that particular we are going to see. So let me open a Power BI desktop. So what I will do, you can see in a visualization, right, here we have line and stack column chart, and line and cluster column chart. So these are the two
this actually you can use. There actually you can show the bar as well as the line chart also. So I'll just select that. You can see it is coming now. Now what we will do, we will try to show how their sales and the profit is happening. So I will select this. In x-axis I will show the market, based on each market how their sales is happening. So I will select the market in x-axis, and in a y-axis what actually I will do, I will show their sales column y-axis, and you can see it is also showing the line y-axis. So in a line chart I will show the profit y-axis. So you can see bar chart actually it is showing the sum of sales. In the line chart actually it is showing the how their profit is happening, and in the bottom you can see all the market is mentioned like EU, US, EME, Africa, Canada, all the market. So like that actually they can see how their sales and profit is happening. Let's try to format it. So what actually I can do, I'll go to the visual, I'll open the data label, so all the data label will be visible. And after that what we'll do, I will also try to do one thing. Now suppose whatever you had done previously in a sum of sales of year, right? This rounding you had done, this coloring you had done, same actually you want to apply here also. So what you have to do, one easy way I will tell you, just select this, click on the format painter and just apply here. Now let's see what is happening. You can see the same kind of the formatting applied here also. Now here you can see you don't need to do it again. What you have to do, select that whatever you formatting you have done, click on the format painter and apply here. Now you can see all the things actually it is showing. Now you can see in US market 2.3 million sales is there, 0.3 million profit is there. So this line chart actually it is showing the profit, and this one actually is bar chart, it is showing the sales, and also we have a market detail like the US and all. Now you want to see how in the US market only the sales and the profit is happening. So if you will select this, right, only US market, if I select the US market, on the top also you can see how their sales in the 2016, 17, 18, 19 is happening, and how their month over month sales is happening. So like each market wise actually we can do the analysis for the all the above chart also. Means this is a interactive. Suppose for this APAC market you want to see in 16, 17 how their sales is happening, by each month how their sales is profit is happening. So like that actually we can make it. So I hope you got it, like how to make a stack and column chart. And one thing you have to remember, if you create any of the chart, the formatting is up to you, like how much formatting you want to do, only that you have to do. In you have to select that particular chart, go into the visual, and all the options are there that actually you can do, and it will show in the same way. So I hope you got idea about this particular chart, stack and the column line chart. If you will select the second one, line and the cluster column chart, so you can see this is it is a line and column stack chart, both look similar only. So I hope you got idea. Please do practice. Hello everyone. So we'll continue with the dashboarding part. So till now we have seen how to create a logo, how to create a card, how to create a bar chart, how to create a line chart, and how to create a bar as well as the line chart. Now we got another requirement. This is the eighth requirement. What actually it is saying? Our stakeholders wants to analyze their sales by each quarter to boost the performance. What actually they want to know? They want to know the sales by each quarter so that they can take a decision to boost the performance of a business. So what I will do, I'll create one pie chart. I'll create this pie chart. In this pie chart, what I will do, based on each quarter, we have a 4 quarter, right? Based on each quarter, I will try to show their sales. So let's see how to build that. I'll open my Power BI desktop. So this is what we have built previously. Now let's see how to create a pie chart. So in the visualization, right, you can see here we have one pie chart, one donut chart. We'll see about the pie chart. So I created a pie chart. Now what I will do, in this pie chart, based on each quarter they want to show. So let me make it big. So you can see here it is showing the legend. What is legend? Legend is nothing but from what basis you want to do the segmentation, means from what basis you want to divide it. So I want to divide based on the quarter, so I'll select the quarter. So based on the quarter I want to divide. Now what is the value? Value, I want to show the sales. So sales is the value. So this is how we can create a bar chart. So what I have done, Legend is nothing but based on what actually you want to divide it, this pie chart. So based on the quarter I want to divide, right? So I selected that, and the values I am showing the sum of sales. So based on each quarter they can see that. Now if they have to do a formatting, what you have to do, go to the format visual and you can see this. If you want to do the changes of the legend, like what is the text is written, if you want to make it bold, that also you can do from here. All the title and all also you can do it from here. Even in the slices also, suppose each color you want to change it, so we have a color option, that color option also we can do. Labels is already available, so that's why we can see the number. If I'll show you, these are the number it is showing. If you'll make it bold, it will show it properly. And similarly, we have another option, and that is a general. The general options are available. Now what I will do, in previous video I have shown you, right, whatever the visual we have done here, right, the same kind of the formatting whatever we have done here, same one I want to apply here. So I'll click on the format painter, click on this. You can see the same kind of the formatting applied. You can see the rounded is happening, all the numbers, right, the similar kind of the number actually it is showing. So like that actually it is a easy way of doing this. So let's try to arrange this so that it will look good. It will look so like that actually we can create a pie chart. Now suppose based on each quarter I want to see the sales. So if I'll select this particular quarter, so you can see based on each quarter the sales profit every chart got changed, and so based on the each quarter I can do the analysis how their sales is happening, profit is happening. So this chart is useful for the quarter wise analysis. So I hope you got the idea. Please do practice, please do analysis. Hello everyone. So we will continue with the dashboarding part. So till now we have created this dashboard. Based on this all the kind of the requirement we got. So we have seen how to create a bar chart, how to create a line chart. We have seen how to create bar as well as line chart, and also we have created a pie chart. Now we are going to see about the slicer, and why we are doing a slicer based on this particular requirement. So let's first understand the requirement, then we'll come to this slicer part. So what actually business stakeholders wants? Business stakeholders wants dynamic graph. If they select any category or segments, all the visuals should change accordingly. So whatever we have visual we have created, right? This pie chart, we bar chart, line chart, whatever the visual we have created, what actually business wants? They want to have one slicer, one slicer. In this slicer, what will be there? In slicer, if they will select any of the category, if they will select any of the category, this all the visuals should change. If they will select any of the segment, this all the visuals should change. Actually that actually they want. So for that what we will use? We will use a slicer. Let me show you in the dashboard so that we'll get better idea. So I open my Power BI desktop. So this is the dashboard we have created. Now what actually business wants? So I'll show you the data. So come to this table view. In the table view, you can see we have a segment. In the segment, you can see we have a multiple option: consumer, corporate, and the home office. So if I'll select any of the consumer, corporate, or home office in the visual, this particular chart should show me that particular number. So that actually the business wants. Similarly, for the category also they wants. So what I will do for this, we will use a slicer. So let's search where actually the slicer. This is the slicer. We'll select that. Once you'll select the slicer, right? What we'll do, we'll make it a top so that it will look good. uh, in the slicer, I will select what actually field. So I want to slice based on the segment, so I'll select the segment. Now when you will select the segment, right, you can see consumer it is coming, corporate it is coming, home office is coming. Now if I'll select any of them, suppose if I'll select the consumer, so you can see it is showing me only the consumer number. Similarly, if I'll select the corporate, so it will show me all the corporate related number. If they will select the home office, so it will show me only the home office number. Means if they will select any of the segment, that particular number only it will be shown. Now suppose my requirement is like I want to select all also. So in this case what actually I have to do, first go to the slicer setting. I have selected this chart. You can see in visual we have a slicer setting. It is first showing the style, vertical list, style or drop down. So if I select the drop down, so it will show me in the drop down pattern. So I'll go with the drop down only. You can see we have a selection whether you want to go with the single select, multiple select, or the show select all also. So I'll select the show select all also. Now here if they will select all, based on the all the selection they can see the number. Now but suppose they want to see only the number for the these two. So if they will select these two, it will show only for these two. So this looks good, right? So either you can select all or any two or any one. So based on that, you will see all the number for all the graph. And now let's see more setting. So we have selected this. Go to the formatting. In a slicer setting, we have seen drop down. We had done. We had done the selection, and slicer header is there, and the value also. Value, suppose you want to make it bold, so that it will look good. So that kind of the filtering also you can do. And in a general, if you want to do any kind of the rounding, that kind of the filter, that also you can apply. Now suppose what I will do, whatever the formatting we have done here, click on the format painter, click on this. So you can see it converted into the rounding pattern, and you can see the slicer. So what I will do, I'll make it like this, and I will create one more. So what if you want to create one more, right? Just click on the Control C, Control V. This is the one more I have created. Now what I will do, in this, instead of the segment, I will select the category. So where is the category? The category I will select that. So this is the category. So you can see in a category they can see furniture, office, technology. So suppose only for the furniture how their sales and everything is happening. So if they will select only furniture, this all the graph will be shown. Similarly for the office suppliers they can do that, or for all if they will select they can do that. So like that they can do a slicing and dicing. Now suppose I want to do few visual formatting. So what I will do, I want to change the background color of this. I'll go into the effects. Background color I want to make it some lighter color like this. For this also I want to make it a lighter color so that it will look good. So please do practice, you will get better idea. Hello everyone. So we are building a dashboard in a Power BI. So till now what we have done, we have created one global superstore dashboard. We have seen how to create a title, how to create a card, and how to create this kind of the visual based on the business requirement. Now in this particular video we are going to see how actually we can create a static visual, because we got one of the requirement from our client. Now what our client is saying, like, stakeholder wants static visual for total profit and total sales. So this is the dashboard we have created where we are showing the sum of sale and sum of profit, right? As of now what is happening, if you will click any of this chart, if you will click any of this particular chart, this sum of sale and the sum of profit is changing. Now what business wants, they want to have one of the card sum of sales and the sum of profit. If I will click any of the chart here, so that will not change. So they don't want it to change based on the year, based on the market, and based on the month and anything. So they want it the static. So how actually we can create? So let me open a dashboard. So I open my Power BI desktop. So this is the dashboard we have created. So as of now, what is happening? These dashboards are interactive. On the top, you can see sum of sales and sum of profit, right? So suppose if I click on the 2016, so you can see sum of sales and sum of profit. This number is changing. Similarly, if I will change any of the graph 2018, this number is actually changing. Now, what actually the business stakeholder wants? So they wants like the sum of sales and the sum of profit shouldn't change. Means they want to see the total sales all the time. So that they will know the actual number, what is the total sales till now. So in that case, how actually we can make it static? So suppose if I click in US, this number is changing, right? This is interactive. It shouldn't change. So how actually we can make that? So what I will do, I will create one more Control C and Control V I have done, and this is a new card actually I'm creating. Now, if I click on the any of the chart, you can see this number is changing, but I want make it static. So what you have to do, select the card. This card I have selected. Go to the format option. Click on the edit interaction. Click on the edit interaction. You can see the border is coming, right? It means it's selected. Now you have selected the edit interaction. Now if you will select any of the card, so suppose I select this card. So you can see every card, right? You can see one none option is coming, none option is coming. These are the thing actually it is showing, right? Now what actually you want, suppose if I will select any of this card, so suppose in this card if I select any of this sum of sales shouldn't change, so I will make this as a none. Similarly, if I select this card, this second card, after this card, if I select anywhere, this number shouldn't change. So if I'll do this card will not change. If I'll show you now, if I'll click on the 2016, you can see the top number it is changing, but you can see bottom number is static, because what we have done, we have made it static for this particular chart. Now but if you will see in US, if I'll select, this number is changing, right? So how actually you can make the static this, first you have to select this chart. I have selected this chart, and after that you can see this none is coming, right? Make it none. Now if I select any US, this number will not change. So we have made it static for this also visual. Now in the right side, right, if I select this, you can see this number is changing. This also I want to make it static. So what you have to do, first select the card, this particular card I have selected, and make it none, so that it will not change with this number. Hope you got it. Similarly, for this also segment also, right, if I'll make any of the number uh, 2, this number is changing, but for this also I don't want it to change, this number should be static. So how actually I can do, I select this and I'll make the none. Similarly, I'll select this, I'll make this as a none, so that this number will be static. If you click anywhere, the top number will change, but this number will not change. So like that we can make it static. Similarly, for the profit also we want to make. Now similarly for the sum of profit, what you have to do, Control C, Control C, Control V, this number, this should be static. How actually we can make it static? First you have to go into the, select the card, go into the format, go into the edit interaction. Now if you select any of the card, this card if I select, you can see it is showing none, right? Make it none. Similarly I will select this will be a none. This will be a, I'll select this will be a static. If I select this will be a static. If I select this will be a static. If I select this will be a static. Now if you select any of the visual, right, and the top number will show, but this number will not change. So like that actually you can make the static of any visual. So I hope you got it, and this is important. This kind of the requirement generally comes in real time also, so do practice. I hope you got it. Yeah, that's it in this. So thanks. Hello everyone. So we'll continue our dashboarding part. So till now we have created this dashboard. Now we got another requirement from our client, and what actually they want? They want to add a sales KPI. What is a KPI means? Key performance indicator, and this is an important matrix. This generally we use in our dashboard based on the requirement. So let's understand the requirement, then we'll get better idea what is KPI. So our business target is 5 million sales every year. So we have a business, and that business what actually they are targeting? They are targeting 5 million sales should happen every year. This is their target. Now what actually we have to do? In the dashboard you can see, right? We are showing the sales by each every year. You can see in 2016 we had a 2.3 million sales, 2017 we had a 2.7 million sales, in 2018 3.4 million sales, and 2019 4.3 million sales. Now what business wants, like you had to show me one visual that will tell like how percentage far and the less from our target. So this is the target which they have set up. Now how our sales, actual sales is happening from the target, that matrix I want to see in the dashboard. So for that what actually we'll use a KPI that will tell me how far and how less from our target, how far and how less from our target, and how their sales is happening, so that they can take a decision. So what we'll do, let's try to see how to add a KPI in the dashboard. So you can see this is the dashboard we have created, and this is the sales by each year. Now what actually we are going to do, we are going to add a KPI. So what I will do, you can see here we have one of the KPI. So I'll click on the KPI. You can see this KPI is adding here. Now what actually we want to do, we want to measure the sales. So what I will do, I will select the sum of sales. You can see value we are selecting the sum of sales, because that sum of sales actually we want to see. Now What is the trend axis? We want to see based on the each year. So in the order date hierarchy, right, we have a year. So I want to see the sales by each year and what is our target. So we have to create one target also, because what business has set up the target, for that we should have a one field. But as of now you can see we don't have any target field. So what we'll do, we can create one target field also. So what you have to do, in a home tab, right, you can see new measure. So click on the new measure. We are going to create one new field. The field name is target. What business has set up their target? They have set up a target of the 5 million. So let's add the 5 million. This is the target they have set up. Now once you will do this, right, in the right side you can see one target got created. We have created one new column. This is a calculated field. We'll discuss this more in the upcoming lecture also, but as of now, high level you can see we have created a measure, and this is the target. Now in the target field, what we will select? We will select the target. Now you can see this our KPI is ready. Now in the KPI you can see, right, this is this 4.3 million for 2019. It is showing like we have a sale for the 4.3 million. What was our goal? It is showing the goal also 5 million, and you can see 14% we are less from our target, means we are in 14% less from our target. This particular graph is showing. Now if you want to see for the each year, right, suppose I will select the 2016. You can see in the 2016 we were 54% less from our target. In 2017 we were 46% less from our target. In 2018 we were 31% less from our target. So like that actually it can, you can see the how far and how less from your goal. So this is the important KPI, and this will help to measure the business, like how far and how less you are going from the target. So what I will do, I'll select this, make the format painter, and I'll make the same. You can see this is the KPI. This will tell me how far and how less from the target we are. So goal we have set up the 5 million, but we are 14% less. So I hope you got it how to create a KPI. Hello everyone, so we'll continue our dashboarding part. So till now we have created this dashboard. Now we are going to see how to add a GAU chart in a dashboard. So we got another requirement from business. Let's try to understand. So our business profit target is 5 million. Now show me the chart which tell how far from our target. So what actually business is saying, our business total profit target is 5 million. Now you have to tell me how far we are from our target. So that is the thing they want to know. For that we are going to use a Gauss chart. Now in previous video you have seen, right, we actually created one KPI. In the KPI also the similar kind of the visualization we have shown. Now in a KPI what actually was happening, based on the year, based on the some trend axis, actually we were showing the KPI. But in a Gauss, right, what actually we do, we have a some target, and how far we have achieved, that actually we have to show. So for that we will use a Gauss chart. So let me show you. So how to create a Gauss chart? So you can see here we have a Gauss chart. So select that. Once you will select, right, what you have to do, you can see what is the value, sum of sales. So we will use a sum of sales, and not sum of sales. This is a sum of profit. This is the total profit. So you can see total profit is 1.47 million. Now what is our target? So the target is 5 million. This we have created, right, in previous video. So that we will select. So target is a 5 million. So now you can see this particular chart is showing like we have done 1.47 million and we are for 2.93 million. So 5 million is our total target, but we have done 1.47 million and 2.93 is pending. So like that actually we can show with the help of the Gauss chart. So I'll do the format painter. I'll apply the same so that we can see properly, and we can increase the size. So I hope you got the idea how to create a Gauss chart. In a KPI, based on the certain axis, like based on the year, how far we are, actually we were showing, but based on the total, how far we are, for that we will use a Gauss chart. Hello everyone. So we have created this particular dashboard. Now we have got another requirement from our business. What they are saying, like they want one button. They want to have one button. If they will click on any button, they will come to this particular default view. Suppose I have selected this consumer here, so you can see this number got changed. Suppose I have selected this number again got changed. Now like that, suppose we have a multiple slicer. Now in that case, what will happen? To come into the default view, again I had to change this. Here also I have to go and I have to change this. Suppose I have a 5 to 10 slicers are there. In that case, I have to do it for all. So instead of doing that, what actually they want to create one button. If they will click on that button, this we will come into this particular screen. So how actually we can create that? So to add a button, what we have to do, go into the insert. You can see one button option is there. Click on this and click on the clear all slicer because we want to clear all the slicer. This is one button and this we will drag here. Now you can see in the right side we have a certain option. State on the press only we want to do, and the shape if you want to have a rectangle arrow like that, the shape you want you can add that. I will go with the pill here, and the style, let's add the proper text here. So we will make the text as a clear, and let's make the color as a white so that it will be visible. So you can see clear it is coming, and let's increase the font size 19. Like that you can add a more visual if you want. You can add a more formatting if you want. Icon and all also you can add, and as well as you can add a fill also. You can see. Now this is got created. Now if I'll go into the any particular filter, suppose this is the filter I have selected, this filter I have selected. Now I have to come in back into the normal state. So what you have to do, if you click here, control and enter, if you'll do, you can see you backed into the normal state, the default view. Now let's try one more time. Suppose this you have selected, this you have selected, and now again if you click on this clear, you can see you again back to the normal state. So like that actually you can create a button to clear to back into the default view.
Hello everyone. So till now we have created this particular dashboard. Now we got another requirement from our client, and what they are saying, like, they want to see their profit and sales. They want to see the profit and sales in the form of map. In the form of map. So how actually we can create a map in a Power BI, that actually we are going to see in this particular video. So in a Power BI, we can create a two types of map. One is a bubble map and second is a field map. Both we are going to see in this particular video. So let's first understand the requirement. So what is our first requirement is like, show me all the country profit using a bubble map. So what actually we have to do? We have to show all the country. We have to show all the country using a bubble map, and also if the profit, if the profit is high, then show in the green color. If the profit is low, then show me in a red color. That is our first requirement. So this is our first requirement. Now second requirement, what actually it is saying, like, show me countries sale. Show me countries sale, and they have given some condition. If the sales is less than 1 lakh, if the sales is less than 1 lakh, then show in the red color. If the sales is greater than 1 lakh, then show in the green color. So that is the requirement. And here we are going to use a field map. So how actually we can do that? So let me open Power BI. So this is the dashboard we have created previously. Now I'm going to create a new page. So if you want to create a new page, in bottom you can see plus, right? If you click that, new page will be created. So this is the new page I have created. Now to see the bubble map, right, what you have to do, you can see here map option it is showing. Now on the right side we have one more, that is a field map. So first let's see the map. I will select the map. You can see now what actually we are going to do. We want to see the location. What is our location? Location will be country, right? So in the location we will select the country. So you can see we are getting one error. Map and field map visuals are disabled. To enable them, go to the option and setting. So if you'll get this kind of the error, then how actually you can resolve that? Go to the file, go to the option and settings, go to the options, and after option what we have to do? We have to go into the security one, and you can see a map and field map visual, it is disabled, right? Click on the enable, click on the OK. Once you will do this, right? So what you have to do, you have to restart your Power BI. So I'll close this. So what I have done, I have closed it, I have restarted. So let me create a new page. Now we are going to select the visual, this map visual. I'll select that, and we are going to select the country. So select that. Now once you will select the country, right, you can see now it is coming properly. Now this is a bubble map. Once you will select the bubble map, right, it will show in the kind of the bubble. All the country actually it is showing in the form of the bubble. So that's why we call it as a bubble map. Now what actually we want based on the country, what is the profit? So we'll select the bubble size. So if I'll select the bubble size as a profit, now whatever wherever the profit will be more, right, so you can see their size is more. You can see the China size is more, this bubble size is more. Wherever the profit is less, right, that size is less. So in a bubble, based on whatever the field you will select, right, based on that, if the that particular profit is more, then it will show in a big bubble, otherwise in the it will show in the small bubble. So now what actually we want, wherever the profit is more, that actually we want to see in a green color. Wherever the profit is less, that we want to see in a red color. So how actually we can do that? So for that, what you have to do, go into the build visual. In a visual you can see map setting. So in a map setting you can see as of now it is showing in a stylish road, but if you select the aerial, you can see this is the particular style. Similarly, if you want to see in a dark color, you can do that. In a light color, if you want to see, you can select that. So different option is there, you can explore that. I am going with the aerial one. Now after that, you can see we have another option, that is a bubble. So in a bubble, if you will see, right, as of now we have a color. So as of now all the color it is showing in a blue color, but if you want to change, you can change that. Now if I'll do now, all the country color also, if you want to change, you can change it from here. But as of now, what is our requirement? Our requirement is like if the profit is more, then show in the green color. If profit is less, then show in the red color. So what you have to do in a color, click on this FX. Once you will do this, right, you can see format style. So what actually we are going to do, we are going to use a gradient. In the form of gradient we will show. So what field should we base on this? So it should be based on the profit, right? So what we will select, we will select the profit here. This is the profit. Now lowest value, if it is a lowest value, then we want to see in the red color. Select that. And if the value is high, then what actually we want to see, we want to see in a green color. So let's select the green one. This is the green color. So what we have done, we are selecting the gradient color. If the profit is less, then we will show in a red color. If profit is high, then we will show in a green color. If you want to add a middle color, that also you can add. So in a middle color, let's select as a yellow. After that, click on the OK. Now if you will see, this all got changed. Now here you can see, you can visualize United States, it is showing in the green color, means the profit is more. Similarly here also the profit is more, and you can see this one is the red color, yellow one is the middle color. So like that actually we can show the visual. So that was our first requirement. Now our second requirement is like how to create a field map. So for field map, you can see we have one more field map. So let's select that. Once you will select this field map, right, now what actually we want to show based on the country. So select the country. So in a bubble map, it was showing in the form of bubble all the country. Now what actually happening in the field map, whatever the country is there, right, so that actually it is showing in the form of a color. You can see all the blue color, right, that is nothing but our all the country selection. Now what we have to do, we will show based on the sum of sales. So I will select the sum of sales. Based on sum of sales, all the country actually we are saying. Now our requirement is like if the sales is less than 1 lakh, then show in the red color, otherwise show in the green color. So what I will do, first I will go to the visual. In a map setting, select the style as a Arial. So you can see properly, this is the blue color, these are the country we have. Now I will go into the fill color. If you want to change the color of any country, you can do that. But as of now, what actually we want to see, we want to see the based on the certain condition. So I will select the format style as a rules. Now we have selected the rules. In the field, what we have to do, we have to select the sales. So we want to see based on the sales. So select the sales. Now here you can write a condition. So if value is, this is a minimum and we want to see based on the number, value is between 0 to, here we will select the 1 lakh. If it is 0 to 1 lakh, then we want to show in the red color. So we'll select the red color. If you want to add more rule, if the value is between 1 lakh in the form of number and greater than, if it is between that, then we will show in the form of the green color. So let me select the green one. This is the condition we have written. Now you can see whatever the green color, right, there the sales are more. Whatever is the red color, there the sales are less. Means if the sales is less than 1 lakh, then we are showing in the red color. If the sales is greater than 1 lakh, then we are showing in the green color. You can see United States we have a more sales, right? So like that. So that's how actually we can use a field map. I hope you got the idea about the bubble map and the field map. Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to see about the Q&A chart, and this is a very much interesting chart. It is based on the natural language. So what will happen? You have to ask question. In this case what will happen? User will ask question, and based on the question one chart will be generated, one visual will be generated, and that will display a visual to you. For example, suppose I am writing based on sum of sales, based on sum of sales and reason, generate a bar chart for me, generate a bar chart for me. So this question I will write, this question I will write, and after that what will happen, one bar chart will be generated. Now suppose I am asking another question, based on based on sum of sales and quarter, sum of sales and the quarter, give me pie chart, give me pie chart. So in this case what will happen, you just have to write this and pie chart will be created. So that is a Q&A chart. Means you have to ask a question, you will get answer in the form of the visual. So let's see how actually we can do that. Open a Power BI. I'll open a new page. In the right side you can see one Q&A is there. Just open that. Click that. Now here you have to ask. Suppose I am asking sum of sales. Sum of sales. I will write sum of sales by each quarter. Give me pie chart. If I write only the pie chart. Sum of sales by each quarter pie chart. If I'll enter this, you can see based on sum of sales one pie chart got created. Now suppose I am writing another sum of profit by each region, by each region bar chart, bar chart, bar chart. If I'll enter this, you can see based on each region bar chart got created based on the sum of profit. Means you have to write a question and the answer you will get in the form of the visual. If I write sum of sales by each country, sum of sales by each country, if I'll enter this, you can see sum of sales by each country it is showing. This country you have to write properly. Sum of sales by each country, you can see one visual bar chart it generated. Now if I'll write a line here, line chart, line chart, line chart will be generated. So like that you can create any visual. So I hope you got the idea about the Q&A chart. Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to see about the tooltip in a Power BI. Tooltip is an important feature in a Power BI. With the help of that we can show extra information in that particular chart or visual. Let's take example. So I'll open my Power BI. So this is the Power BI we have created, right? Now if I will hover any of the chart, suppose this is the chart, if I will hover, you can see order date is 2017 and sum of sales it is showing, right? Similarly here if I'll hover, order date is 2019 and the sum of sales is showing. So this sum of sales, whatever, whenever we are hovering any of the chart, right, you can see this information. This is nothing but this is a tooltip. Now as of now here you can see sum of sales, and based on the year actually we can see in the tooltip. Now business wants, they also want to have sum of profit by year, the same chart. So instead of showing the separate chart, what actually we can do, in a tooltip itself we can show the profit. Like if I will hover 2016, it is saying like sum of sales is this many. I want to also show the sum of profit. So how actually we can add that? So for that we will use a tooltip. So what you have to do, select this particular chart. Now in this particular chart, if you will see, right, here you get one option, tooltips. Now suppose if I'll add in the tooltips profit also, sum of profit also if I'll add in the tooltip. Now if I'll hover this, you can see now it is showing the sum of sales and the sum of profit. So instead of showing the separate chart, because this page is already blocked, right, so you can, what you can do, in a tooltip also you can show this all the information. Similarly here you can see sum of sales. If you will hover anywhere, it is saying the sum of sales based on the quarter, right. Now if you want to see only if you want to see profit also, so click this, you will see tooltip option. Profit also you want to see, add that. And suppose you want to see the order also, so we have order ID, just drag this. Now it is showing the first of order ID, but I want the count of order ID, so I will use count of distinct order ID. Now if I will hover anywhere, right, you can see it is showing the sum of sales, sum of profit, as well as the count of order ID. On the here it will show only the sum of sales, but here, right, if you will hover, then it will show the other information also. So that is the use of the tooltip, means you can show the extra information. Now suppose your business is saying like, if I will hover, then one chart should show. Instead of showing this instead of showing this sum of profit, what actually they want to see a separate chart. So how actually you can show that? So what we'll do, we'll create one extra page. Suppose this is the page we have created. Now what business wants, whenever I will hover here, this particular chart actually they want to see. So how actually I can make that? So you have created this particular page, right? So click on that particular page, or you have created any of the page. Once you'll click that, you can see here we have one option like format. This in page information you have to go. You can see allow use as a tooltips. So click on. Once you'll click on, right, now go to the global. Now whenever, what actually business wants, whenever I will hover here, that particular chart it should show. So click on this particular chart, click on this, go to the format. Here we have one option general, click on that. You can see tooltips, so click on that. Now you can see by default the page is a auto, but suppose this page one also we want, right, so click on the page one. Once you click on this page one, right, now if you'll hover here, you can see that particular chart itself it is showing. That particular chart itself is showing. Means in a tooltip also you can show any other page also. So that kind of the flexibility also we get. Suppose this is the page 2. This particular page you want to show, if you will hover anywhere in this particular chart. So what you can do, click on the page 2, go to the page information, make the allow use as a tooltip, go to the here, click on this. Now after that, go to the general, go to the tooltip option, page, make it as a page 2. Now if you will hover anywhere here, right, that particular page it will show. That particular page will be shown to you. For the EMEA you want to see details, for APEC you want to see the details, you can see from this particular chart. So like that actually we can add any other page into the tooltip itself. So I hope you got the idea how actually we can add a tooltip, and this is a very useful feature. So I hope you got the idea. Please do practice. Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to see about the filter in a Power BI.
So what is a filter? Filter is nothing but, let's take one example. Suppose you are showing the sum of sales, and sum of sales is a 1 lakh. Now you want to filter this data based on the country. So in a country we have a multiple country, right? Suppose India is there, suppose US is there, and suppose multiple Japan is there, like that the multiple countries are there. Now based on this country column you want to filter a data, means if you will select the country here, then country, based on the country the sum of sales will be filter out. If you will select the US, then based on the US you will see the data. Similarly, if you will select Japan, then based on Japan you will see a data. Means based on the certain column, whatever the column is available in our data, right? Based on that, if you want to filter this data, then what we'll use? We'll use the filters. Now we have three types of filter in a Power BI. One is the filters on a page, second is filters on all page, and third one is the filter on visual. Filters on page means, suppose this is the visual you have created, this is one page. Now if you will apply filter on page, in this particular page only the filter will be applied. So that is a filter on page. Now suppose you have a multiple pages, like 2 to 3 pages are there. Now if you'll apply filter on all page, so in one place if you'll change, or every place it will be, it change the visual. So that is a filter on all page. What is filter on visual? Suppose a specific visual you have created. Now in this particular visual only you want to apply a filter, then you can use a filter on visual. Let's understand one by one with practical. So I open my Power BI, and now you can see what actually we will do. You can see here, right, sum of sales is there, or sum of sales and the profit. Now I want to apply a filter. How actually we will find the filter first? So you have to go into the view. In the view you can see you have option filter. Once you will click on the filter, right, here you will get a option. One is filter on this page, filters on all pages. In a view option, filters, once you will select, this filter option will come appear here, and here you will see filter on this page, filters on all page. So let's first understand with the filter on this page. Now what actually I want to do, based on the country actually I want to filter. So I will select this country and I will drag here. Once you will drag, right, you can see country, you can see as of now all the countries information you can see. Now if you select the Afghanistan here, you can see only Afghanistan data is showing here. Similarly, if you select any of the country, based on that the information will be shown. Suppose I select the China, based on the China you can see the number. Means like that you can apply a, based on any column which is available in our data, you can apply a filter. Now you can see in a filter type we have a two option. One is a basic filtering, second is a advanced filtering. When I'm selecting a basic filtering, it is showing me just all the column details, and based on that you can filter. Now suppose I want to select the advanced filtering. I want to do advanced filtering. What is advanced filtering means? Means here you can write a certain logic. Like suppose I want to write a logic where the column country name should contain CHI, then I will use a contains. Suppose the sales should be a greater than certain amount, so for that you can apply a filter. Suppose the name should start with the IN, then you can apply that. It doesn't start with the certain character, it shouldn't be a blank, it shouldn't be empty, like that the multiple logics you can apply in advanced filtering. Now suppose I write it contains CH means China, right? Like that you can apply, I will use CH and just write. You can see this will be filter. If any country that contain the CH, that information it is showing here. So like that you can apply a multiple, you can apply a AND condition, you can write a OR condition in the advanced filtering, and the basic filtering option is also there. Now here you have one option require single selection. Suppose instead of selecting all, if you want to select the single selection, that also you can do. Suppose if I select this, suppose I'll select this, so only one selection will be happen at one time. So like based on that also you can do a filtering. So this is a filter on page. So whatever we have learned, right, and that is a filter on this page. Like this you can add a multiple filter. Suppose I want to filter based on the market, so market also you can select here. So let me select all first.
So countries all. Now in a market, right? Here you can select Africa. For that, based on that it will be shown. Like that, the multiple filter you can select here, and based on that this page will be reflected in the filter on this page. Now second option is a filter on all the pages. So you can see as of now we have this all the pages. This is one page, this is another page, and this is a one page. Now suppose I want to add for all the pages. I want to apply a filter for all the pages. How actually I can do? Suppose this country, right? If I'll apply here filter on all the pages. Now if I will select, as of now in the page 2 you can see it is showing for all the country, right? Now suppose here only if I'll go and if I'll select only for the specific country, Afghanistan, if I'll select, so you can see in the all the pages it will be applied. You can see only the Afghanistan data it is showing. Similarly, if I select 2 to 3, only for those information it will be shown, and it will apply in the all the pages. So that is a filter on all pages. So if you select the filter on this page, only this page will be applied. If you select the filter on all the pages will be applied. Now the third filter is a filter on the visual, but you can see that option it is not showing. So how actually we can add that? So for that, first you have to select the visual. Suppose I will select this particular visual. Once you will select this visual, right, you can see filter on this visual it is coming. Now I want to filter based on the city, you can see. So I will apply filter on this visual, apply here. Now if you select this, right, this will be filter based on the certain city if you select that. So like that we can do a filtering. Here also similarly we have option advanced filtering as well as the basic filtering, and one more filtering is there, that is a top n. So based on the top n, like suppose you had to show only the top 10 country based on the sales, then you can use a top n. So let's see how actually we can show that. So for that what I have to do, I have to create a new visual. So let me create a new page. Now here what I will do, I will show sum of sales based on the country. This is the sum of sales based on the country. You can see all the countries showing, and it is showing the sum of sales. Now what actually I want to apply, I will select this particular visual, and I will apply a filter here. So suppose based on this country, I will select this country, I will select the top n. I want to show only the top 10 country based on the sales, So if I select sum of sales, I want to see only the top 10 country. If I apply the filter, you can see this is the top country where the sum of sales is happening. These are the top 10 country where the maximum sales is happening. So like that, suppose you want to see for the top 15, that also you can see. So like that you can apply a filter. So I hope you got the idea about the filter concept. Please do practice. Hello everyone. So in this particular video, we are going to understand about the drill concept in a Power BI. What is a drill means? Drill is nothing but a go into the more depth, or you can say detailing. You can say detailing. Now suppose I have created one chart. That chart is showing me the sum of sales. This is the sum of sales it is showing, and based on the year. Based on the year 2017, 2018. Now with the help of the drill up and the drill down, what actually we can do, we can go into the more detailing. So you can see in a order date, right, in order date we have a one hierarchy for the date, like first the year will be there, then the quarter will be there, then we will have a month, and we have a day. So if you have this kind of the hierarchy column, then you can use a drill up drill down. Now here once you will create this chart, right, you will get one option for the drill up and drill down. So as of now it is in year, right? Now further you want to see this record for the further you want to see it for the based on the quarter, you can see the quarter result. If you further you want to see for the based on the month, you can see that. Further you want to see it for the day, you can see that. Means you can go into the more detailing layer for the particular sales for that particular year. So that's what actually we can do with the help of the drill up and drill down. So let's do a practical, let's understand.
So I have opened my Power BI desktop. I will create a new page, and here what I will do, I will create a sum of sales and based on the order date. So in the order date, you can see we have a date hierarchy right side, right? So in a date hierarchy, we have a year, quarter, month, and day. Now if I will make it big, so you can see as of now, for each year, for each quarter, for each month, all the day, it is showing me the data. For everything, it is showing me data. But suppose I want to go into the, here you can see we have drill up and the drill down. So as of now I am in a more in depth level, but I want to go into the up. So if I click on the drill up, you can see now it is showing me the quarter, year and the month only. Now if I'll go drill up, it will show only the quarter and the year sales. If I'll go one more hierarchy, you can see the year wise sales only it is showing me. So from a lower level to the upper level, if you are going, then you can use a drill up, otherwise you can use a drill down. Now here you get one more option, go to the next level in the hierarchy. So as of now we are in 2016-17, right? If I'll click here, you can see now the quarter level sales is coming. If I'll go into the next level, month wise sales you can see. If I'll go into the more level, day wise you can do an analysis. So like that actually we can use a drill up and the drill down. I hope you got the idea about the drill concept. Hello everyone. So in this particular video, we are going to understand about the data modeling in a Power BI. So till now we have covered about the visualization part in a Power BI. Now we are starting a data modeling. So let's understand. So what is a data modeling? So data modeling is nothing but a defining a proper data, defining a type of a data and creating a relation between the table. That is nothing but a data modeling. Now generally what happens whenever we work in a company, right? We generally have a multiple tables. Generally we have a multiple tables. For example, suppose we have a customer table, suppose we have a order table, and suppose we have another table, product table. Now these are the multiple tables are there. Now how actually you can connect this data, how actually you can connect these tables, that is nothing but a data modeling. How actually you can create a proper relationship between the tables to get the more information, that is nothing but the data modeling. This is the concept of a data modeling. Let me show you with the practical. So till now what actually we were doing, we were creating this kind of the report. Now if I'll come to this model view, right? Now here you can see we have loaded a data. Here we have a order data, we have a customer data, and we have a people data, we have a return data. As of now in order and the customer, you can see, right, how actually this is connected. This is connected with the one key. Now if you want to see which particular column is common between the two table through which actually it is connecting, what you have to do, you have to connect this. Once you will hover this, you can see these two are connected with the customer ID. So this is nothing but we are defining a relation between the table to get the more data and to get the more information from a order and the customer table. So like that actually we define a relation among the table to get the a broader info. Now if you will double click on this particular thing, right, and now you can see this particular window will open. Now here you can see uh, from the table, the order table, you can see customer ID is selected. From a customer table, the customer ID is selected, and between them the relation we have established. Now if you will see the cardinality, right, cardinality, it is saying like many to one, and this is a single, cross filter direction is a single. Means how actually it is connected, it is connected with the many to one. Means in a order table we can have a multiple customer ID information, but in a customer table we have only one customer table. So in a here in a data model concept, this concept comes, it's very important. What is a many to one, one to many, and many to many? Let's understand what is this all relation. Now let's understand how actually we try to establish a connection between the table, and what are the different things which comes in the cardinality. The first thing is a one to one relation we try to establish. The second one is like one to many relationship, one to many, and third one is a many to one, many to one, many to one, and the fourth one is many to many relationship. These are the four main pillar to establish a relation between the tables. Now let's understand when actually we have a one-to-one scenario in a cardinality. So suppose you have a table one, this is a table 1 and this is a table 2. Now you are connecting between these two table ID based on their ID. Now this ID is present one time in this table also, and also only it will appear one time in this table. Then what we'll have, we will use a one-to-one relationship. Now let's come to this one-to-many. Suppose you have a customer table, and suppose you have a order table. Now in a customer table, what actually we are capturing? We are capturing the customer ID, we are capturing their name, we are capturing their all the details. Now in order table, what actually we are capturing? We are capturing the customer ID, what they are actually ordering, and how much amount they are paying, the sales amount. Now you can see in a customer table, we are capturing customer ID. So we will capture only one time the customer ID and the name and all the details. But in the order, right, the same customer, he can order a multiple time. The same customer, suppose he ordering multiple times. So in this case, you can see the relationship between these two table will be a one to many. These two table will be a one to many, means one customer, he can appear multiple time into the order table. So that is nothing but a one to many. Now coming to the third one, many to one, the same kind, the order table and the customer table, or for the customer, he can order multiple time, right? But the customer table, that particular customer will be present only one time. So that is the example of the many to one. Now fourth one is a many to many. So here what will happen, in a table 1 and the table 2, whatever the relationship you are establishing, right, here also multiple time that particular information can come, and here also the particular column based on that you are connecting, that can come multiple times. So that is nothing but a many to many. So whenever we do a relation, whenever we try to establish a connection between the two table, we have to always mention the cardinality, means what kind of the cardinality in the data we will see. So like this. Now what actually we'll do, let's try to delete this and let's try to create by our own how actually we can create a relation. So suppose I have deleted this. Now we have a order table and we have a customer table. Now if you want to establish a connection, how actually you can do that, what you have to do, you have to go into the home, you can see one option, manage relationship, go into there. Now click on the new relations, and from table, from customer table, I want to customer ID, I will select. From order table, I will select the customer ID. You can see by default it is automatically selecting. From a customer table, only one customer ID will be present, but in order table we will have a multiple, so it all consider as a one to many. So let me select this as a order. Let me select order first. Let me select order first and then the customer. Now in this case you can see many to one, means order will have a multiple customer, but the customer will have only customer. So that's why we can define the relation. Automatically it will detect. How actually it is detecting? Because in option, one of the option, auto detection relationship is already on in a Power BI. So that's how actually it select this all the kind of relationship. Now in a cross filter direction, means if you will select in one place the particular customer ID, other all will always be reflected. So cross filter direction also we can select. So like that actually we can establish a connection between the two table. If you will see, if I'll close this, if I close this, now you can see one connection actually got established, and that's how actually we try to create a multiple relation between the table, and we try to get the broader info of the particular table. So I hope you got the idea how actually we create a relationship, how actually we define a data model in a Power BI. Hello everyone. Now we are starting a new topic, that is a DAX in a Power BI. So let's understand what is a DAX, what are the use case of DAX. So the full form of DAX is a data analysis expression. It is a formula expression language. It is a one of the formula expression language, and it can be used in different BI and the visualization tool. DAX formulas are versatile, dynamic, and very powerful. They allow you to create a new field and table in your data model. Let's take one example so that we'll get better idea what is DAX. So suppose you are working in company, you are working in one of the project. So whenever we work in a project, right, we get a certain requirement from our client. We get a certain requirement from our clients. So we have got one requirement from our client, like total we have to show total sales by year
on yearly basis how the sales is happening. This is what we have to show to the business. Now for that, what actually we will do, first we will check the table. What actually we will do, I'll go and I'll check the table whether I have this information or not. So once I checked in the table, right, suppose I have a customer ID details, suppose I have a order ID details, suppose I have a price detail, and how much quantity the customer is purchasing, that details I have. Now if you'll see in this particular table, right, I don't have any sales details, means total sales details I don't have. I have only the ID details, customer ID details, order ID details, price details, and the quantity details. But I don't have total sales details. So what I have to do, if I have to calculate the sales, right, in this case, what actually I have to do, I have to derive it. Means I have to write certain expression for this. So what I will do, I will write a expression. What is the expression I will write? I will write price into quantity. Price into the quantity, if I will write, I will get the sales. So if you will see, this is the column and this is the column. If I will do a multiplication, then I will get the sales. I will get the sales. Now in this case, what I have to do, I have to derive a new field. I have to derive the sales field. How actually I am deriving? For that I am writing an expression, price into the quantity. Price into the quantity. If I am writing this right, this will give me the total sales. Now if you will see, this whatever the expression I am writing to derive this field, right, this expression is nothing but this is a dex. This expression is nothing but a dex. So what is a dex? It is a one of the feature available in a Power BI, or you can say this is a one of the language. With the help of that, we can write any kind of the expression to solve our business problem. In a DEX, we get a multiple expression. We get a multiple expression. With the help of the DEX, we can write a multiple expression to derive a new column or to derive a new table in a data model. So I hope you got the idea what is a DEX. Now if you'll see, DEX is a formula language. It is a one of the formula language and it is used in Power BI, Power Pivot and the SSS tabular model. Now we can use a DEX to create a new column. If you want to create a new calculated column, we can do with the help of DEX. Suppose you have to derive a new column in your table. So how actually you can do? We can use a DEX expression to create a new column. For taking example, I am deriving a new column that is a total sales, and for that what actually I am using, I am multiplying the price and the quantity so that I can create a new calculated column. So this expression, right, this is nothing but a DEX. We can also use DEX to create a measures. So in a visualization, suppose you have to build any visualization. In the visualization, suppose you have to show the revenue. So how the revenue you can show? For that you have to write a one expression like sum of sales from the total sales. Means you have to do sum of total sales. Then only you will get the total revenue, right? So this expression is nothing but this is also a DEX language. So we can use to create a calculated column and also we can use to for the measures. So this is nothing but a DEX. Now what actually we will do? Now what I will do, I will open up Power BI desktop and I will show you how to write a DEX formula. So we will start with the simple DEX formula. Let me open. So what actually I will do, I will go to the table. So what actually I am doing, I am using the same global superstore data set. Now here you can see we have a multiple table, customer, order, people and the return. So as of now I am in a table view. Now let me show you how actually you can create a new column. So if you will see here, right, in a table tool, we have one of the option new column. How actually we can create a new column? Click on this. Once you will click on the column, right, you can see new column actually got derived. Now suppose you want to give any name. So you can give any name. Suppose what actually I want, my requirement is like I have one of the column. I have one of the column that is a order date. From this order date, what actually I want to derive a year column. I want to derive a year column. So for that I have to write a DEX formula. How actually I can write? So I will use year. This is the new column actually I want to derive. I will write a expression. So year is one of the expression available in a DEX. I will use a year and which particular column I want a in orders table we have order date. This is the order table. From there actually I want to derive a year. If I'll enter this, you can see one new column got derived year and that is fetching a data from a order date. If you'll see from order date we have a 2017 2019, right? So we have derived a new column 2017 2019 from that particular field. So this is nothing but this is a one of the expression we are writing, and this language is nothing but this is a DEX. Similarly, suppose you want to derive a new month field from this order date. So what you will write, month equal to the month from this order from the order date. If you will enter this, you can see that particular month actually got created. And now what actually it is doing, it is fetching a data from this order date, what is the month. So like that actually we can create. Now suppose I want to add a new column, I will write, I will use a year I will write orders from the order date. So you can see month and year got created. Suppose I want to create a quarter also, so I'll create a new column. I'll write a quarter. This is the name I want to give. If I'll write quarter, and from which particular date, from orders to the order date, and if I'll enter, the quarter will be derived. So you can see whatever the expression we are writing, right, this is nothing but the DEX. So these are the different expression which is already available. Suppose you want to create a new column, and here you want to show the day of week. So what I will write, weekday. So if you write a week, right, you can say these are the different function which is already available. So that actually I am writing weekday, and I will write orders from a order date. Enter. So you can say it is showing me the day of the particular week. So like that we can write a multiple DAX expression to derive any of the field. Now one thing more I will show you. If you click on the new column, one new column is deriving. Now suppose you want to write any kind of the expression. Suppose I will write a week, or suppose I will write a day. So you can see related to day all the expression, these are the different expression it will show to you. Suppose if I write today, now if I'll enter, so this will tell me what is the today's date. So like that there are multiple expression already available, and that actually we can utilize that. So like this actually we can derive a different kind of the field with the help of the DEX. In upcoming lecture also we'll continue this and we'll understand more about this. I hope you got the idea. Please do practice. Hello everyone, so we will continue our DEX, and in this particular video we are going to see about the format expression which is available in a DEX. So what actually happens, suppose you have given one column, and this column you have given a value like this, and like this the values are given. Now your requirement is like you have to see this properly, means proper comma should be available, right? So how actually you can make this, with the help of the format. So the name itself, it is saying like with the help of the format we can actually format our column. We can write an expression with the help of the format, and with that actually we can format particular column which is required. I'll give you another example. Suppose you have given one column, and that is saying like month, and in the month it is saying like 1 2 3 4. Now your requirement is like you want to see in the form of January, February, March, like this. So how actually you can do a formatting? So we can use a format function for that. So if your requirement is like any kind of the formatting, then you can go ahead with the format. So let's see with the example. So I open a global superstore dataset. I am using the same superstore dataset which we were using previously. Now what actually I will do, I'll create a new column. Click on the new column, and in the new column I am going to create one column name as a sales 1000. Now here what actually I want to do, whatever the sales column is there, right, that sales column I want to multiply with the 1000. So how actually I can write a formula, order sales multiply 1000. If I enter this, you can see one new column got created, sales 1000, and all this actually multiplied by 1000. Now if you will see here, right, this 3523380, there is no proper way, proper formula is here. I want to see this particular column value, right, in a proper format. So how actually I can do that? So for that what I will write, I will click on the new column, and here what I will write, sales new, this is the new column I want to derive. So I will write sales, this is the order sales. Before to that I will use a format function. Format, I want to do a format on this particular column. And how you want to see a formatting, I'll use a standard. If you'll do this and if you'll enter this, you can see now the sales new column, right? The proper format it is showing. You can see comma, right? Proper comma is mentioned in the everywhere. So like that actually we can do a formatting. So format function is very useful for formatting any of the column. Now you will say how actually I will remember this standard and all the formula. So you do not have to remember this standard. I will show you how actually you can do that. Go to the Google, search for the DAX formula, and this is the DAX overview, right? DAX function reference. Click on this DAX function reference. Now here you can search for the format. This is the format. Now once you will come to this format, right? You remember like how actually we do formatting with the help of the format. Now you will come to this format, and here all the documentation is mentioned. So suppose you have to convert into the proper comma format, then you can use a standard. Similarly, if you have to convert into the currency, then you can use this currency, and the examples are also mentioned. So if you will use a currency, right, it will convert the number into a dollar. It will show in the form of the dollar. If you use a standard, then it will convert in the form of the comma. Similarly, if you will use a percent, then it will show in the form of the percent. Means this all the documentations are mentioned here, and that actually you can refer that. Similarly, for any date function, so suppose you had to show January, February, March, and April. So that kind of the documentation also is mentioned. Like suppose if you will use a double D, then it will show in the 0, 1 to 31. If you will use a triple D, then it will show Sunday to Saturday. If you will show double M, then it will show 0, 1, 1, 12. If you will show triple M, then it will show January, December. So like that, all the documentations are mentioned here, and you can refer that. I will show you. Now suppose I want to see this order, this whatever we have this month, right, that I want to see in a January, February, like this. So I'll click on the new column. I am going to create a user format function. Which particular column I want to use a orders date, and that I want to convert into a which particular column I want to convert into the MMM. So you can see whatever the month it was 12, right, it is showing December. 4 it is showing April. 11 it is showing a November. Means whatever the month it was there, right, now it converted into a proper December, April, November. Similarly, suppose a day of week, this 4, right, it should show me a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like this. So how actually you can do that? Similarly, you can write a function for that. So click on the new column equal to the format, and week of day, orders week of day, and I want to see in the form of a like this. If I'll enter this, you can see Wednesday, Saturday. If you see the 4, but it is showing Wednesday because day of week start from the Sunday by default. So that's why it is showing. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 4th is a Wednesday. Similarly, it ends with a Saturday. So that's why 7 it is showing the Saturday. So it start with the Sunday. So you can see for the 1, right, it is showing the Sunday. So day of week shows like this. So like this, with the help of the format, we can do any kind of the formatting. So we will continue this in upcoming, but if you have to see, you do not have to remember this all the thing. You have to come to this particular website, and all the functions are available, and you can see the documentation and you can apply the same. Hello everyone, so we will continue our DEX topic, and in this particular video we have a few business requirement. Based on that, we will try to learn more about the DEX topics. So let's first understand what is the requirement it is saying. So business wants to know how many orders are getting shipped on time and how many orders are getting delayed. So this is the requirement from business. So suppose 100 orders is happening. Out of 100 orders, 80 orders are delivered on time, and suppose 20 orders are delayed. So they want to know how many orders are getting delivered on time and how many orders are getting delayed. So this is the requirement from our business, and this we have to solve. And how actually we will know what is a on time and what is a delay type? So they have clearly mentioned
if the order is getting delivered within a 3 days, if it is getting delivered within a 3 days, then we are saying it is a on time. If it is more, then we are saying the orders are getting delayed. So that is the requirement. Now if you will see in the data, right, if you will see in the data, we don't have any calculation for the on time and the delay. We don't have any calculation for the on time and the delay. So what we have to do, we have to derive this. We have to derive this, like how much time it takes to deliver that particular order. So this column we have to derive. How actually we will derive? We will derive this based on this particular condition. Now for this, what we will use? We will use a DAX function. We will use a DAX function. Now how actually we can derive? So we have one order date column, means when the order is happening. We have a order date column, and we also have one ship date column. We have also a ship date when order actually is getting shipped. So what actually we'll do? If we'll do a minus of this order date and the ship date, we will get to know how much time actually it took to deliver the order. So based on this order date and the minus ship date, if we'll do, right, whatever the date difference, based on that, what actually we'll do, we'll derive one column that will tell whether it is a delayed or whether it is a on time. So that calculation we will do, and based on that we'll create a visualization. Now coming to the solutioning part, so we have a two date. One is the order date, second is the ship date. So what actually we will do, we'll use a date diff. We have a one function date diff. With the help of that we can find out the difference of the two dates. We have a date diff. With the help of that we can find out the difference of the two dates. So this will tell me how much time it is taking to deliver the order. Suppose it is taking 3 days, 4 days, 5, 6 days. So we will create one column that will tell me how much time it is taking to deliver the order. And after that, what we will do, we will apply another DAX function, that is a if. What actually we will say? We will say in this particular this column, if the delay on time column, if it is a greater than 3 days, then we will say it is a delay. Otherwise we will say it is a on time. So that is the calculation we had to do with the help of the DAX. So let's see how actually we can do. So let me open. So this is the data we have. We are using a superstore same data set. Now what actually I will do here, and here if you will see, right, we have one order date column, and we have also a ship date column. Now ship date is not showing in a proper date format, so click here, click on the date and time, so that it will show in a proper. Now after that, click on the refresh. Now we have a order date column, we have a ship date column. What actually we'll do, we'll create a new column based on this. So we'll do a minus. How actually we can do, we'll create a new column, and we will create a column name as a delay or on time. Delay on time, this is the column we are going to create. And what actually we will write here, we'll use a date diff. Date difference, what actually it will do, it will do a minus of two date function. If you have a two date column, if with the help of date difference we can do a we can find out the date difference. So suppose I will use orders. We have a order date, right? So we will use a order date. This is the orders date, comma, which particular column you want to minus. I want to minus with the order ship date, so I will use a orders ship date. So we have a ship date also somewhere. This is the ship date. Now based on what actually you want to calculate, I want to see based on the day, like how many day difference is there. So if I click on this, right, you can see one delay and on time actually got created, and this will tell me how much time it is taking to deliver any order. So you can see order date was 13 and 19. What is the day difference? That is a 6 day. So based on this particular, we are calculating how much time actually it is taking to deliver. Now as of now, if you will see, right, still we have this all the column, like how much time actually it is taking to deliver it, but we have to calculate whether it is delayed or not. So if it is taking more than 3 days, then it is a delayed. If it is taking less than 4 days, then it is a on time. So how actually we can create that? So further, click on the new column. We'll create one more column, stat delay on time. You can give any name. I am giving stat delay on time. What is the delay on time status? And what actually I will do, I will use a if function. So if also we have one of the DAX function which is available. With the help of that we can write some condition. So if what I will say, if
delay. I'll use orders. In the orders, we have a one column we have created, right? Uh, delay on time. If orders delay on time, if this is greater than 3 days, then what actually we are saying? If it is a greater than 3 days, then we are saying delay. Otherwise, we will say on time. On time. So what actually I am writing? I am writing one condition. If orders delay on time, whatever the orders delay on time we have created, right? This column we have created. If it is taking more than 3 days, then we are saying it is a delay. Otherwise, we are saying it is a on time. Now let me enter this. You can see now it is saying me the giving me the order. If order is greater than 3 days, then it is saying delay. And if it is a less than then it will say the on time. So like that, you can see if it is a 3 days, then it is a on time. So like this actually we have created this. Now let's see how actually we can create the visualization. I'll go here, I'll create a new page. So what we'll do, we'll create a pie chart. In the pie chart, what I will select, this is the status, right? This will select as a legend. And what actually we'll select values. In the values, we will select the order ID. So drag the values in the order ID. So now you can see this is the chart actually got created. You can see 68%. 68% of the orders are getting delayed and only the 31% are delivered on time. So this is the good chart which is giving me good info about the how actually orders is getting delivered or whether it is a delay. So now we have seen about the two DAX function in this video. One is the if. So whenever you have to give any logical condition, right? So you can use the if. Based on the certain condition, you can derive any field column. So that is the if. And the second we have understand about the date diff. So if you have a two dates and if you want to find out the difference, you can use a date diff. Yeah, that's it in this way. Please do practice. It's very important. Hello everyone, so we'll continue our DAX topic and in this video we are going to learn about the switch topics. So what is our requirement? Let's understand. So we have one order date column. So from this order date column, what actually we had to find out? We had to find out well, like how many orders are happening on the weekend and how many orders are happening on the weekday. So this is the requirement I have. What I had to find out how many orders are happening on the weekdays and how many are happening on the weekend. So what is a weekend? Weekend is nothing but a Sunday and the Saturday. And what is a weekday? The rest of the day is a weekday. So this is what I have a requirement. Now if you see in our data, we have a order date. We have a order date. Now what actually we'll do? From this order date column, if we can derive it, what is the day of week? We can derive day of week by using a format function. By using a format function, we can find out on which particular day it is happening, whether it is happening a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like this we can find out. So that is the first function. So first DAX we will use to find out whether it is happening on the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday. Now after that what we will use, we have to derive it whether it is a weekend or weekdays. So what actually we'll use, with the help of the switch we can write a multiple condition. So what I will write, switch, and after that I will write a condition, this particular column whatever we will derive, right? Day of week, this is a, suppose this is a column name. If day of week is, it is a Sunday, if it is a Sunday, then we will say it is a weekend. Similarly, if it is a Saturday, then we will say it's a weekend. And if it is a other day, otherwise we will say it's a weekdays. So with the help of the switch condition, we will write this kind of the condition. So on this particular column we will apply a logic. If it is a Sunday, then we will make it as a weekend. If it is a Saturday, then we will make it a weekend. If it is a other day, then we will make it a weekday. So that is what we are going to do. So let's see. This is the column, right? So in order date, with the help of the order date, first we will derive the one column, that is a Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So this is the order date, right? Go to the table tools, a new column. So what I will derive, day of week. You can give any name. I will just give as a day of week. And here we will derive whether it is Sunday, Monday or something. So I will use a format. This is the format, and use order date. Orders date, one column will be there, orders date, so we'll select that, and we want a, if I'll write a DDDD, it means it will give me Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if I'll enter this, okay, day of week already is in use. We can write like this, day of something. So you can see this is the column name, Wednesday, Saturday, Monday it is giving. Now what I will do, I will create one new column based on this, right? We'll find out whether it is a weekend or the weekdays. So I'll click on the new, and here we will use a switch. So column name I will give weekend or weekday. Weekday, this is the column I will write, weekend slash weekdays. I'll use a switch, use the switch, and you can, once you will click on the switch, right, you can see first we have to write the expression, a value, and the result. What is the expression we want to write? So switch, which particular column we have a day of, right? Day of, this is the column, and here I will write a expression. If it is a Sunday, we'll make this as a, if it is a Sunday, then I will make as a weekend, comma. If it is a Saturday, then I will make this as a weekend. Otherwise, I will make as a weekdays. Now, if I'll enter this, you can see Wednesday it is saying weekdays, Saturday it is saying weekend, Wednesday it is saying like this. So with the help of the switch, you can write a condition. So what actually I am writing, on which particular column that you have to mention, and after that I am declaring. If it is a Sunday, then I am making as a weekend. If it is a Saturday, then I am making as a weekend. Otherwise, I will make as a weekday. So that's how you can write a condition. Suppose for Monday you want to write a separate condition, then comma you can write up for Monday condition also, for Tuesday condition also, like that the multiple condition you can write with the help of the switch statement. So I hope you got the idea how actually we can use the switch. Hello everyone, so in this particular video we are going to see about the variable topic index, how actually you can create your own variable, that we are going to see, and it is a very much useful also. So till now what was happening in previous video, we have seen like if we have to calculate suppose weekdays and the weekend, if I had to calculate weekdays and weekend sales, so in this case what was happening, first I had to derive this weekdays. First I had to derive this weekdays, so I have a order date column in my data set. I have a order date column. So first what I will derive from this order date, first I will derive one column. I will derive one column that will tell me whether it is a Saturday, whether it is a Sunday, or whether it is a Monday or the Tuesday. Like this, first I will derive one column that is a, that will tell whether it is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Then after that, what I will derive? I will derive another column that will tell me it is a weekend, and this is a weekdays. So in this case, what is happening? To solve the one problem, right? I am deriving a multiple column, means I am calculating, I am deriving a new column, and this is a very costly also, because whenever you are deriving a new column, right, that is actually consuming a space, that is consuming a space, and this is become a costly. So instead of doing this, what actually we can do, we can create a one variable, we can create a one variable, and that variable directly we can call to create only one column. So instead of creating a multiple column, what actually we can do, we can store this value in a variable, and with that variable we can derive this particular column. So variable is very useful, that will help you to reduce the column, that will help you to reduce the column, and instead of deriving the multiple column, you can derive only the one column with the help of the variable. So let's solve the same question. So previously what we have solved, I have to find out the weekend and the weekdays. Now in this case what I will do, I will use a variable concept. So let me open.
So these two column we had derived, right? Weekend and the weekdays in previously. What actually I will do? First I will delete this. I will delete this, and last column also I will delete this, and we will try to create with the help of the variable. And variable is very useful. So let's see how actually we can do that. Now I have deleted two column. Now what I will do, I will create a new column. Now here we will see how actually we can use a variable. So I am going to create a new column name as a weekend or weekdays. This is the new column, and after that I will use a equal, and if you have to go into the new line, click on the enter. Now we are going to use one variable name is a days. So what actually I am doing, I am creating a new variable name as a days. Now how actually we can find out days? So we have a one order date column, right? From this order date, if you have to find out whether it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so what actually you can use a format. I'll use a format, and in this format I will pass the orders date. I'll pass the order date, and if I write comma DD double quote DD, if you'll write this, if you'll enter this, and after that you have to write shift enter, and whenever you will use a variable, right, you always have to use a return days. It should be a return days. Now if you'll click on the enter, you can see one new column weekend and weekdays got created, and this is creating whether it is a Wednesday, Sunday, Monday or Tuesday or not. Now you will say in previous video also we were doing the same, so why to use a variable? Now what actually happened, this variable we have created, right? Now after that, instead of returning days, right, we can write any kind of the condition. So if I'll write shift and enter, if I'll write, I can write a if condition. In if condition, what I will write, I'll check days in if days in Sunday or Saturday. So I'll make this as a weekend. Sunday, comma, Saturday. Then what I will write? I will write a, otherwise I will make as a weekdays. Now you can see it is directly saying whether it is a weekdays or weekend. So in previous video, what actually was happening, one column we were creating to derive the days, then after that another column we were writing to derive this particular thing. So we were creating a multiple column and it was consuming a more space. So instead of doing this, what actually we can do, we can create a one variable, and with that variable we can use it to derive the another thing. So instead of creating a multiple column, we can create only one column and we can directly get the result. So that is the use of the variable, and it's very powerful also whenever you have a complex logic, whenever you have to write. So instead of creating a multiple columns, right, you use a variable, and with that variable try to derive the logic. I hope you got the idea. Please do practice. Hello everyone, so we will continue our DAX topic, and in this particular video we are going to learn about the calculate function in a DAX. It is an important function and most of the time actually we use this function. So let's understand. So I have got one requirement. Based on the requirement, let's understand this. What actually my business is saying, like we need to find the total sales between the 1st of April 2019 to the 15th of April 2019. What I have to do, in my table if you see, I have a sales column. If I'll do sum of total sales, if I'll do sum of sales, then what I will get? I'll get the total sales. I'll get the total sales. But here requirement is like I had to get the data between the 1st of April to the 15th of April. Means I have to only get the sum of sales between the 1st of April to the 15th of April on 2019. So this is a requirement. So in this case you can see, right, I have to apply some condition. I have to apply some condition so that only I will get the result for the 1st of April to the 15th of April. Means I have to filter a data here. So for that, what actually we'll use a calculate function. When actually we use a calculate, whenever you have to derive something, whenever you have to calculate something, some expression you have to derive, then we use a calculate DAX function. In the calculate, what we have to pass, first you have to write calculate, and after that you have to, suppose here we have to find out the sum of sales, right? So we'll write sum of sales, and after that whatever the filter condition, right? So that filter condition we apply. So this filter is also one of the DAX. With the help of the filter condition, actually we try to filter a data. So let's see how actually we can do, and let's try to solve this. So I open my Power BI desktop. What I will do, I'll go into the report view, and here we are going to create a new measure. So click on the new measure, and here only we are going to write the DAX function. So what actually I am going to do, I am going to create a sum of sales measures that will indicate only the sales between the 2nd of April to the 15th of April. So that is the condition I am going to write. So how actually I can write? So for that I will write one calculate. Calculate is one of the function that actually I am going to use. In a calculate, what you want to calculate? So I want to calculate sum of sales. Sum of order sales, this I want to calculate, that I will mention. So I am using a calculate function. After in a calculate, what actually I want to find out? I want to find out the order sales, but based on certain condition, right? So I have to write a filter condition. So I will use a filter, and here in the filter we have to pass this, we have to close also. So what I am doing, sum of order sales, this I want to calculate based on the certain filter condition. So what is the filter condition? So orders date. So in a filter, first you have to pass the what is the table. So our table is order table, right? So we will use orders, comma, based on the condition. So I want to apply a condition on the order date. So this is the order date. Order date should be a greater than which particular date? It should be greater than the 1st of April. Let's understand. So what I will use, if you have to derive any date, so use a date, and under that you can pass a specific date. Suppose 2019 4 1. So this will indicate the 1st of April. What actually I am writing, order date should be a greater than the 1st of April. So that is my condition. That is my condition. I want to apply another condition. So I will write a filter, and here first you have to pass the table, and here what I will write, order date should be less than of 16th of April. Order date should be a less than of which particular date? So for that I will use a date 16th of April 2019 4 and the 16 double close. Now this is how we'll calculate. So what actually we are using? We are using a calculate to calculate the sum of sales, but based on the certain condition, right? So I will use a filter. In a filter we have to first pass the table name. Our table name is order table. From order table, what I want to filter? I want to filter a order date should be a greater than the 1st of April. I will write another filter condition, order date should be a less than of 16th of April. So this is the condition I am writing. If I'll enter this, the name is already in use. So what I will do, we'll change this name, sum of sales something I will write. If I'll enter this, one column, one measures will be created. One measures will be created that we have to find out. You can see sum of sales it got created. This is the sum of sales got created. Now if you want to see any visual, so what I will use here, I will use one of the visual. Suppose this card I want to use. In the card, if I want to show sum of sales, so this will tell me what is the total sales between the 2nd of April to the 15th of April. From a, because we are saying a greater than the 1st of April, right? It means the condition is between the 2nd of April to the till 15th of April. So this is the sales actually it is showing. So calculate is an important function. With the help of that, any derivation we can derive, and for that we have to write certain filter condition. So I hope you got the idea. Please do practice, it's important. Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to learn about one topic, that is a group. Group is an important topic. How actually you can group your data, that actually we are going to learn. So let's see, let's understand with this one example. So I have one of the data. This is a superstore data, the same data we are using. In order table, you can see we have one of the column, that is a region column. Now in the region column, if you'll see, right, we are getting a multiple regions, like we are getting Africa, East, South, West, North, as well as the multiple things are coming. Now what my business wants, business wants, like they want to have only the four region. They want to have north, east, west, and the south. So they want to group certain regions. So they have given a certain requirement to us. For example, suppose what they are saying, like the first three, right? Africa, Canada, and Caribbean. They want it to group into the north. They want to group this Central and Central Asia to the central, and they want to group the below one to the east, and they want to group the below one to the south. So like that they have given certain requirement. Now what you have to do, you have to group this. So how actually we can group any of the column, and we can create a new column, that actually we are going to understand. So what you have to do in this case, first you have to select which particular column you want to group it. So click on that. Once you will click, right, click on the right click, we have a new group. So this is the new column which is going to create, that is a region group. Now suppose you they have given a requirement, like they want to group these three into the north. So what you have to do, first you have to select, you have to click on the group, and here you can give the name. Suppose this name I want to give as a north. So I have grouped this into the north. So if you will click here, you can see north, these are the things are coming. Now suppose these two, central and the central Asia, this they want to group in the central. So let me make this as a central, and click on the OK. Once you click on the OK, right, you can see this two group actually got created. Now again you have to edit, right? So click on the edit group. So as of now, what we have done, in a north we have a 3, in a central we have a 2. Now similarly we have to group this also. So what they are saying, like this east and this one, right, this they want to group into the east. So first select that, this two I want to make it east. Let me select this one also, and this one also. This they want to group into the east. So let me rename. For renaming, double click. Suppose let me make east. Now suppose this 4, right? So select this 4. They want to group into the north. They want to group into the south. So we'll select that, and they want this as a south. We are just taking an example how actually we can group that. So this we have done. So now as of now you can see we have created a 4 group. One is north, south, east, and the center. Now what our business says, like this north, right? Better to keep these two into the north only, north section, not in a south section. So what I will do, first you have to select this, and after that you have to click on the ungroup. First you have to select this north, you want to make it in north, right? So select that and click on the group, it will come into the north. Suppose this one you want to have in a north only, select this and group it, it will come into the north. Similarly, if you have to any ungroup, right? So suppose this you want to ungroup, so select that, click on the ungroup, and suppose this one you want to have in a central only, so select this and click on the group, it will come into the group. So like that actually we can create a group. After that you can see now we have a 4 field. Click on the OK. Once you will click on the OK, right, one new column will get created, and in this column we'll have only the 4 group whatever we have created. Now if you will see, this is a new column, but the original column will be remain as it is. If I'll show you, we have a region column, right? In a region, multiple the region actually it was showing, that column will be as it is. That column will be as it is. You can see that column will be as it is, but we have created a new column, and based on that, suppose you have to show any graph, that actually you can show it. So for that what we'll do, go into the report view. Suppose they want to see in the form of the pie chart, select that. In a pie chart they want to see the based on the region. So I will select the whatever the new field I have created, right? That I will select this region group, and I want to see the sum of sales based on this 4 region. So like that actually we can create a group, and we can show the data. I hope you got the idea. Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to understand about the measures in a Power BI. So what is the measures? Measures in Power BI are DAX formula which is used to perform calculation on your data,
especially aggregation like sum, average, count and etc. So what is measures? Measures in Power BI are DAX formula. So when we were discussing about the DAX, right? So DAX generally we were using for the two purpose. One is for the creating a new column. Whenever you had to create a new column, for that we were using a expression. So that was a one use case. Now second use case is for creating a measures, and for the measures also we write a DAX formula, but these measures generally we use for the aggregation. This generally we use for the aggregation. When I say aggregation, right, so that means suppose sum we have, suppose max we have, suppose count we have, these are nothing but this is aggregation. So whenever you are writing a DAX formula regarding this sum, max, count or regarding aggregation calculation, then that is nothing but that is a measures. For example, suppose we have to calculate what is the total sales. So what actually we will write? If you write sum of the sales, so here what we are doing? We are doing aggregation, right? So this is nothing but this formula is nothing but this is a DAX formula, and this is nothing but this we will call it as a measures. This we will call it as a measures. Now there are two type of the measures. One is the implicit measure and second is the explicit. What is the implicit? It created automatically when you drag a numeric field. So suppose you have created one chart, and here what actually you want to show? You want to show total sales based on the year, like 2016, 2017, 2018. So whenever we drag this column, right, so automatically sum of sales, this column got generated. So this is nothing but this is a implicit measure, means it generates automatically. So that is nothing but a implicit. What is explicit? Explicit means whatever we create. Suppose you are creating a new measures by your own, by defining your own aggregation logic. So that is nothing but that is a explicit measures. Now let's try to discuss what is the difference between the creating a new column and what is the difference between the measures. So when to use a column? So column generally we use whenever you had to do a row by row calculation. Whenever you had to do row by row calculation, then that is nothing but there we will use a create a new column. For taking example, suppose date of birth is given, and based on date of birth you have to calculate the age. So in this case what you will do, for each row you will try to calculate the age for the each customer. So in this case what we will use a column. When to use a measures here generally overall aggregation if you had to do, then we use a measure. Overall aggregation based on some axis, then we will use a measure. For taking example, suppose you have to find out total sales by region. So based on this region, whatever the total sales, right, that actually we can so this total sales is nothing but this is a measures. Now in a column, right, column generally we use it occupied space. Whenever we create a column, right, it occupied more space. So whenever you are creating a new column, it creates some more space. But whenever we use some measures, right, whenever you are creating a new measure, suppose you are creating a sum of, say this is a new measures you are creating. So in this case what happens, this whatever the formula you are writing, this actually will be saved, but until and unless you are not calling, it will be in a dead space. Until and unless you are not calling, it will be in the dead state. So that is the advantage we get. Whenever you will call the action, then only space will be occupied. So that is the advantage we get in the case of the measures. So in a column, row by row calculation, whenever you have to do, go for the column. Whenever you have to do overall, then go for the measures. And column, it occupied the more space. But in the case of the measures, whenever you will call action, then only the space will be occupied. So that is the difference you have to remember. Now I hope you got the idea about the measures. In next video we'll do a practical. Hello everyone. So in previous video we have understand what is some measures in a Power BI. In this particular video we are going to do a practical part. So we have one of the business requirement from our client. Let's try to understand and then we will do a practical. What actually our client is saying, find out the average sales value of each customer. Means I had to find out the average sales value of each customer. Suppose I have customer 1, I have a customer 2, I have a customer 3. I had to find out what is their average sales value. Suppose his average sales value is 100 rupees, his 200, 300. So whatever the average sales value, that I had to calculate. And second thing is like show me only top 10 customer based on the average sales. Means I have to show only the top 10 customer based on their average sales. Now here if you see how actually we can calculate the average sales. When I am saying average sales, what does it mean? Average sales is nothing but it is a, what is a total sales? Total sales, we can write like this, right? Total sales divided by number of time the customer is ordering. Number of order. Number of order. So that is the average sales. So how actually we can calculate the total sales? So we can do sum of sales. This is nothing but this is a total sales. Now after that, number of order, what actually we'll do? We'll try to find out count of count of distinct count of distinct. If you write count of distinct order id, this is nothing but this will tell me how many unique time he has done the order. So this is how actually we can calculate the average sales. So let's see how actually we can create that with practically we are going to see. So what we will do, first we will try to calculate the average sales with the help of this formula, and we will show only the top 10 customer based on their average sales. So I have opened this. Now you can see in the right side, right? In the right side we have all the options. Like we have all the table, like customer table is there, order table is there, people return, all the table is there. Now what actually I will do, I'll create a new page. Now whenever we create a measures, right? So what actually we do, we try to create a new table and there only we try to store all the measures. So go to the modeling, click on the new table. In the modeling, click on the new table. Suppose this is the table one which got created. So if I'll enter this, one table got created. Now in this table, if you had to create any measures, in this table if you had to create any measures, you can create that. For taking example, I'll select this table, I'll click on the new measures. This is the new measures which is going to create. I'll create one measure name as a total sales. Total sales. How actually I can calculate the total sales? If I'll write sum of from the orders table, sum of orders, whatever the sales, right? Sum of orders sales. This is nothing but this is a total sales. So this is the one measure I have created. I have created one measure that name is total sales, and this will tell me what is the total sales. If I'll create any of the card, you can see what is the total sales. It will tell me this is the total sales we have. So this is the one measures I have created for the total sales. Now we have to find out what is the average sales. So for the average sales, what we will do, we also want one more measures that will tell me what is the total sales divided by number of unique type of order. Means I have to do what is the total sales we have already calculated. Now we have to calculate count of distinct order id, and then we have to divide. So this is how we have to do. So for that, what I will do, in a table only I'll create a new measures, and the measure name I will give average sales, and for that I will do shift enter, so that I will go into the new line. Shift and enter, if you will do, you will go into the new line. And here I will create one variable name as average sales something. You can give any name, and average sales, here I will write, I'll use one calculate function, and we have one of the distinct count. This is the function, and I want to know the order id, count of distinct order id. This is what I want, count of distinct order id. So what actually will happen, I am doing a one calculation, count of distinct order id. This will return me, and I will do return. This will return me what is the unique number of orders. So return average sales, or I will write average order better, return average order. Now if I'll enter, So you can see one new column that actually, that one new measure actually got created, and that is returning what is the average order by each customer. So if I'll show you customer name, if I'll just show you customer ID, these are the different customer we have. These are the different customer we have, and if I'll show you average sales is nothing but this is the number of order. So if I'll click here average sales, I can give this name as a unique order. Better to give the name as a unique order. So unique order. So you can see here it is showing what this is the customer and these are the unique order which happened. Now after that, what actually I can do, if you have to calculate the average sales, then we have to divide, right? Now what I will do, I will create a new measure that is a average sales. So click on this table and go to the new measures, average sales, average sales. This we are going to create, and this we will create based on the total sales divided by unique order. If I'll do and if I'll enter, I will get the what is the unique order. Now I will select this particular chart, and instead of unique order I will select the average sales. This will tell me what is the average sales of the each customer. So you can see as of now we have so many customer, right, based on their average sales. Now what actually we want to show only the top 10 customers. So for that, what we'll do, go into the filter, customer ID, click here, basic filtering, click on the top, and we want to show the top 10 and based on their average sales, based on the average sales, apply filter. So you can see these are the top customer based on their average sales, and if you want to see any of the other view, that also you can select. So these are the top 10 customer based on their average sales we are showing. So like this we create a measure. So I hope you got the idea how to create a measure and how to use this. So what we have to do, generally better to create a new table. So just go into the modeling, and you can click on the new table will be created, and after that you can create a new measures there. Like I have created a measures, right, total sales. So this total sales actually stored in this particular table. Similarly, I have created a one new measure, unique order. So unique order is stored here, means all the measures we will store into this table, and whenever is required we can use that. So like that actually we do. I hope you got the idea. Please do practice. Hello everyone. So we will continue our next topic, and in this particular video we are going to learn about the ranx function. So with the help of the ranx function we can generate a number based on the scenario. So suppose based on their total sales, I have to generate a rank for the country. Suppose USA sales is 22 million, and if this is the highest, then I had to assign a rank 1. Similarly, India, suppose sales is 21 million, then I will assign a rank 2. Suppose China is the third one, so I'll assign a rank 3. So this rank, right, how actually we can generate a number based on their sales. So for that we will use a rank. From a business use case perspective, suppose business is asking, show me top three country based on their sales. So in this case you will argue one thing, like what I will do, instead of using a rank x, I will apply a filter. In a filter we get one condition, right, top n. So if there I will mention only top 3, I will solve this particular problem. But suppose our requirement is like, if they are asking a top 4 to top 10 country details, top 4 to top 10 country details based on their sales, instead of asking top 3, top 5, top 10, bottom 3, bottom 10, what actually they are asking from top 4 to the top 10 country details. So in this case what we'll do, we have to use a rank x function. So let's see how actually we can use that. So suppose based on their sales, I want to see the top 10 country details. So I will use a country as well as the total sales. So total sales is one of the measures we have created, right? So it will show me what are the country based on their sales. So you can see United States is highest. So let me show in the form of the matrix.
So you can see all the country and their sales details I can see. Now here if anyone is saying like to show me top 10 country based on their sales, so in that case what you will do, go into the country and filter type. If you will use a top n, then the only the top 10 country you can see that. But suppose if anyone is asking show me the country from top 4 to the top 9 details, from a top 4 to the top 9 country if they want to see, in this case what you will do, you have to use a renx function. So what I will do, in a table, right click on the new measures. We are going to create a new measures, and here we will give top 4 and top 4 and this name I am giving top 4 to n. Now what I will use, I'll use a rank x. Click on the rank x. Now here I will use a rank x, so search for the rank x, and after that based on the country total sales we want to see, right? So for the country we have to use all, and here we will show the country. So select the any country, this is the country, right? So what I am writing, rank x based on their country, I want to see based on their total sales. So use a total sales. Total sales is one of the field, comma, value will be none. Based on the descending I want to see. Now if you will enter this, so what actually I am writing, I am using a rank x based on their total sales, the country details I want to rank based on the descending order. So this is what actually I am writing. If I'll enter this, you can see one measures got created, and now if you select this, so you can see here it assigned a rank. Here it is assigned a rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 there. So it assigned a rank for the country based on their sales. You can see United is the highest, so it assigned a rank 1, similarly for others. Now if anyone is asking to show me the country from a 4 to the 9, so in this case what you will do, so what you have to do, first select the chart, this top 4 to 9, right? Add into the filter. This is the filter we have added. Now here we can write a condition. So suppose you want to see from the 4 to the 9, right? So I'll write greater than 3 and less than 10. Less than 10, apply filter. So it will only show me the country from a 4 to the 9. So like that we can write a condition for that. So I hope you got the idea. With the help of RANX we can generate a rank function. We can generate a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 based on the certain scenario. Here based on their total sales we generated all the country rank. Now what actually we are doing, we are applying a filter. So suppose 4 to 9 we have to find out, we can do a filtering. So I hope you got the idea. Please do practice. Hello everyone, now we are going to learn about the Power Query. It is an important tool that is available in a Power BI that will help you to clean your data or to transfer your data. So generally in a real time what happens whenever we load a data, right? So whenever we load a data, this data generally is a messy data. This data will not be a clean data. So before doing any kind of the visualization, in a Power BI desktop, what we had to do, first we had to clean a data. What we had to do, we had to first clean a data. Now for cleaning a data, what actually we use a Power Query. It is a important tool for the data cleaning and for the data transformation perspective. Let's take an example. Suppose you have loaded one Excel. In that particular Excel, suppose your header is not correct. Now what actually you will do, with the help of the Power Query you can fix that. Suppose your data type is not correct in your data, then what actually you can do, you with the help of the Power Query you can fix the data type. Suppose any null value is coming, that null values you have to replace with the something, then what actually you can do, you can use a Power Query. Suppose any duplicate value is there that you have to treat, so with the help of the Power Query you can do. Suppose you have to perform any joining, suppose you have to perform any union, suppose you have to apply VLOOKUP. This all the things are possible with the help of the Power Query, and that only we are going to learn. So any kind of the data cleaning and the data processing, for that we use a Power Query. So let me show you. Let me open Power BI desktop. So once you will open a Power BI desktop, right? So whenever you load a data, suppose I will load data, suppose Excel workbook, the same data set, global superstore. If I load, click on the open. Once you will load the data, it will ask you for the transfer of data. You can see if I select any of the file, right, transfer a data. So there are two options. One is directly you can load the data, and second option is transfer of data. Before loading, you can perform a transformation. Like suppose you had to do any kind of the cleaning and all, you can do. For taking example, this is the return. This is the return table, right? Now in the return table, you can see the column name is coming as a column 1, column 2, column 3, but the actual name is return order ID market. So for that, what you have to do, first you have to clean the data, then only you can load, right? So in that case, what actually we use a Power Query editor. So with the, if you click on the transfer data, Power Query editor will open. Or the second option is like, once you will open, right, here also you get one option. This is the transfer data. So I have already loaded the data. So what actually I will do, if I have to open that, I'll click on the transfer data. Click on the transfer data. Once you click on the transfer data, right, whatever the data source you have loaded, that will appear here. So I'll go into the return. You can see in the return, right, it is coming column 1, column 2, column 3, but the actual name should be a return order ID market. So how actually you can do, this is the Power Query editor. Here you can fix that. So you can see one option is there, use first row as header. If I click on this, you can see now the first row is become the proper column. Now if you had to apply, if you had to, whatever the changes you are doing, if you had to apply in actual source, actual data, what you have to do, you have to click on the apply. Now like that, actually we use a Power Query to clean a data, to transfer a data. Now suppose you have a multiple column. Now any of the column you want to remove, so you have a remove column option. Suppose you want to split a data, that splitting you can do. Suppose you want to replace that, so replace is there, append is there, like multiple things you can do. Now suppose this date of birth, it is not coming properly, this you want to change the data type, so that data type also we can change. Like with the help of this Power Query editor, we first clean a data and then we load a data. That is a thing, that is the thing. Now suppose you want to add a new column, so we have a one add column option is there. With the help of that, you can add the column also. And now what I will do, in a date of birth, right, if you click here, all the date of birth it is showing now, but you want to change the data type. How actually you can change the data type? If you double click on the 1 2 3, right, you can see here you will, this 1 2 3 it is showing, right? If you double click here, it is showing all the thing. If you want to convert into the date, click on the date, replace current. You can see now date of birth got converted into a date. So like this, actually we can change the data type. So what is a Power Query editor? Power Query editor will help you to load the data, to transfer the data, and once you clean your data, then only you perform a visualization in a Power BI desktop. So that is the thing you have to remember. In next video we will continue this and we will understand more about the Power Query. Hello everyone. Now with practically we will understand about the Power Query editor. So if you have to open a Power Query editor, there are two ways. One is like, once you will click on the get data, if you are loading any data, so first you have to select that particular data, click on that, and once you will click on the particular data, right, you will get the option load and the transform data. So if you click on the transform data, right, the Power Query editor will be open. So that is the first way. And the second way is like, if you have already loaded the data, now if that data, if you want to transform, then what you have to do, click on the transform data. In this case also the Power Query editor will be open. Now let's see how actually we can use that. In this is the Power Query editor. Now here you can transform your data. For taking example, this return, right, the first column is not contained properly. The first column should be a return order ID market. Now if you have to change that, what actually you can do, use first row as header. If you will do that, you can see now it is coming properly. Now if you had to apply this all the changes, you have to click on the close and apply, and you can click on the apply. Now this will be reflected in a Power BI desktop also. So this is the first way. Now the second thing is like,
if you had to change any data type, so how actually you can do, go to the order. You can see the order date is not in a proper date format. It should be in date format, right? So you can see 1, 2, 3, this particular format you can see, right? You can just double click it. I want to convert this into a date, so I'll select date, click on the replace current. You can see now it's converted into a order date. Similarly, ship date, double click, click on the date. This also will be converted into a proper date format. So like that, if you had to change any of the data type, you had to double click. You can see this here, it is showing ABC, right? You just double click that, and after that, whatever the date format you want to change, you can change that. This is one way. Now what actually I want to do, based on this order date, right? I want to add a year, month, and something like that. How actually I can do that? So as of now, you can see I don't have any year, date, year column, month column, and all that. Actually, I want to derive that. So if you had to add a new column, then what you had to do, you had to select first particular column. This is the particular column, right? Now in this particular column, if you want to change, then what you had to do, you had to go into the transform option, and then you can do the changes. But suppose you had to create a new column, so what you have to do, select the column and go to the add column. Go to the add column. If you had to do any changes in the current column, then you have to select that column and you have to go into the transform. But suppose you had to create a new column, then you have to click here and you have to go into the add column. Now what actually I want, based on this order date column, I want to derive the year. Suppose if I'll click on the year, right? So you can derive the year, start of the year, and what is the end of the year. These are the thing actually you can derive. So I'll click on the year. Now once I click on the year, you can see a new column got derived, and this will show me the year of the order date. And suppose you want to make this order date near to the year column. So what you have to do, you have to click and you have to just drag it. You can drag this like, now you can see order date is coming here. Now suppose you want to derive a month, so click on this date, go to the month, so you can derive the month, start of the month, end of the month, day of the month, name of the month. Here we get a more option. If you want to derive start and days of the month, name of the month, this you can do that. So I'll click on the month. You can see month is coming. Similarly, if I want to derive the days in the month, days in the months you will get. Suppose if I select and if I want to, I will select the order date, click here in the month column, name of the month also if you will do, the name of the month also will come. If I also show you, name of the months also is coming, July, February, March, April, and all. Similarly, if you want to derive any quarter of the year, start of the quarter, end of the quarter, this all the things you will get it. Similarly, you will get a more option, like suppose what is the week of the year, week of the month, start of the week, end of the week, means multiple things you can derive from here. You can see date, day of the week, day of the year, name of the day. This all the thing actually you can derive from one click itself. So you can say Monday, Tuesday, and all, it is showing based on the order date. So and after that, once you done right, if you want to apply this, if you want to save this in your Power Query, then what you have to do, you just have to do close and apply. Once you will do close and apply, this will be reflected in your Power BI desktop. So that's how actually any type of the data cleaning, any type of the data transformation, everything what actually we do in the Power Query editor itself. Now suppose this is the new column you have derived. Now suppose this column days in the month, this I want to delete. So if you just have to select that, and if you click on the remove column, right, that column will be removed. You can see that column is removed now. Means here we get a multiple option to transfer our data. We get a multiple option to transfer our data in a one click itself, and also we can transfer, and as well as we can do a data cleaning. So I hope you got the idea. In next video we will continue that and we will learn more about this. Hello everyone. Now in this video we will understand how actually we can do a text modification. If you have to transform your text column, then how actually you can do that. So suppose I have this month name column. Here I have to modify
this text column. So how actually I can do that? So you have to click that, go to the transform. In the transform we get a three option. One is a format, second is the extract, third is the parse. These three option will help to modify your text. So we'll start with the extract. So click on the extract. You can see, suppose you want to know the what is the length of the particular column, what is the length of each character. So if you click here, right, so month name, you can see it got converted into the what is the length of the each name. So July, right, so that's why it is showing the 4. Similarly, it is showing for the what is the length of the each column. Now this is how actually you can modify your text. Now you want to revert back, so you can see in the right side, right, the apply steps. So you can just cut it, this will be come back. So for the July it was showing 4, for the February it was showing the 8, right? So if you want to know the length, you can do that. Now the second option is like first character. So if I click on the first character, so suppose I want to know the first three character. So I will just write the first three character I want to know. Now you can see the first three character it is showing. So that kind of the apply we can do. Now I will just cut it. Now I will show you, suppose you want to know the last three character only you want to see. So click on the last character, last four character I want to see, so I will write the 4. Now only the last four character will be shown to you. Now I'll just click it. Now what is the next option? Next option is range. Now suppose based on the certain range you want to see, so I want to see from the 2 to 4. 2 to 4 I want to see. If you click that, only 2 to 4 that particular character it will show. Based on the certain range, the name will be shown to you. I'll just cut it, and suppose let's see another option, text before delimiter. So what actually I will do for this, I will use a customer. I'll go into the customer table. Now suppose your business wants this customer name, right? They want to see the first name and the last name in a new column. So how actually you can do that? So click on this, click on the add column. We want to add a new column. Now you can see here also the extract is coming. Now if you will write the text before delimiter, now in this particular column, if you have to first name and the last name, if you have to separate, so you can see space is there. Based on the space we can separate the first name and last name, right? So what actually I will use, click that, click on the text before delimiter. So in the text before delimiter, based on the space I want to separate, so I have just selected the space, click on the OK. Now you can see what is before the space, what is the whatever the character was there, right? So that actually it is showing. Now similarly, for the last name, what actually I can do, click on the extract text after delimiter. So whatever the text after the space, right, that I want to see, so that will give me the last name. So this is the first name, you can write first name. This you can write a last name, last name, first name, last name, like that actually you can do. Now in extract we have another option, text between. So in between, if you want to see any character, that also we have option. So if you have to do any modification, right, so in extract column these are the option we get. Now we will understand about the format. So in a format, so suppose this first name, right, this first name, if you want to convert everything in a lowercase, so select the lowercase, this will be converted into a lowercase. So you can see we are in the add column, so that's why the new column is getting converted. So but suppose you want to modify in the same column, so go into the transform, go to the format, you will click on the lowercase, it will convert into the lowercase. Suppose you want to convert into uppercase, click on the uppercase, everything will convert into the uppercase. So suppose if you want to capitalize each word, means first letter you want to have in a capital letter, rest in the lowercase, so click on the capitalize each word. So you can see the first letter only is a capital letter. Similarly, if you want to trim, if you want to remove any space, so you can click on the trim and it will remove the space. Suppose you want to clean that, suppose at the rate, question mark, these are the things are there that we want to clean, for that you can use a clean. Now we have a add prefix. Suppose you want to add a mister, like prefix you want to add or suffix you want to add, that you can use that. So that is the format option. Now the third option we get for the text modification, that is a parse.
So parse generally we use if you have a XML or the JSON data, and that data if you want to parse, then we use a parse. So this is the third option. So for the text modification, these are the three options which is important. So I hope you got the idea. Hello everyone. Now we will continue the Power Query editor. Now what actually we will see. So we will see, suppose you had to add an index column in the Power Query editor. So how actually you can add that. So you have to go into the add column. In add column, if you click on the index column. So suppose based on this customer ID, I want to create an index column. Select that. You can see one of the index column is will be created. Now suppose you want to move this index column. What you have to do? You have to drag this and you can bring this into a front. So I will make it available here. So you can see index column it is showing now. Now whatever steps you will do, right, that will be recorded into the right side. You can see the we have added an index, we have reordered the column. These are the steps actually is happening here. Now suppose you want to create any duplicate column. Suppose customer ID I want to create a one more column. So click on the duplicate column. One more column will be created and you can see that record actually you can see here. The step actually you can see. Means you want to create any duplicate column based on this you can do that. Now after that what we will see, if you want to see the quality, so go into the view tab. Now suppose you want to see the column quality, what is the quality of the particular column, then if you can click on the column quality, right, it will show you what is the column quality. For taking example in customer ID you can see 100% valid data is available. Now but if you see any of the column, if there the null values is there, that kind of the information also you will get. So you can see in the last name, right, empty column is like less than 1%, this column is empty. So I'll go into the order column and I'll apply the same. Now here you will get a most kind of the information. Now here if you will see in the postal code, right, 80% of the column is empty, it is showing 80% of column actually it is showing empty. You can see the null is coming, right. So with the help of the column quality itself we will get idea like how actually what is the quality of our data is available into the particular column, and that is a column quality. Now if you click on the column profile, right, so this will show you the distribution of your value. So you can see in postal code, right, what are the columns are there. So you can see these are the columns are there, these are the columns are there and their values which is present most of the time. Similarly in a market if you want to see, these are the values which is available. So with the help of the column profile you will get the distribution of the value itself. Similarly if you select the column distribution, this will also show you how actually your data. You can see in a market, right, we have a 7 distinct value. These are the 7 distinct values available. Similarly in a postal code we have a 77 unique values. So this kind of the information by clicking on this you will get, means high level idea you can get it like what kind of the value is available in your column. Now we have one more option, that is a query dependency. If you click here, right, this will show like your data set, right, from what are the table actually it depends. So you can see we have order table, customer table, people and return, right. So from this all the table this query is getting generated. So this is the option you can see from the query dependency. So this column quality, column distribution, column profile will help you to check the quality of data what you have. Suppose you have a null values, how many null values are there, that actually you want to see. Based on the column quality itself you will get an idea like we have a 80% of the value which is empty. Now what kind of the value actually it contains, if you click on the column profile and that value how actually it distributed, that actually also you will get. In the left side also you will get the statics. You can see the total number of count is 1000, and you will see the how many empty is 0 but distinct value is 7. So like that the information you will get from here. I hope you got the idea. In next video we'll continue this and we'll understand how actually we can handle the null values. Hello everyone, now let's see how actually we can handle a null values. Now if you will see, if I'll go into the people, right, in the people if you will see, right, we have already selected this a column quality and a column profile, column distribution. Now if you will see here we are getting a multiple null values. Now this null values, right, this these are actually occupying the space also.
you can see in the both column 1 and the column 2, we have a multiple null values is coming, and this value if you want to remove that, how actually you can do. So for that what you have to go, you have to come here. If you after that you have to come into the remove rows, and if you click on the remove a blank rows, right, just click that, you can see whatever the blank rows was there here, right, that actually got removed. So if you have a multiple column where the null values is coming, that if you want to remove, you have to come into the remove rows column, click on the remove blank rows, that blank rows will be removed. So that is the one way. Now second thing is like if you come here, now here in one in the postal column, right, in the postal code, we are getting a most of the empty column, right, most of the column where the value is coming null. Now that value actually you want to replace with something. How actually you can do that? Right click, and once you will right click, right, you will get one option replace value. Suppose this value you want to replace with this null value, you want to replace with the 0. So what you have to write, replace with the 0. If you click on the OK, right, whatever the null was actually it was coming, right, that actually got replaced with the 0. So if you have a null value and that value you want to replace with some value, that actually you can mention here and that will come. Now suppose your client is saying this null value, right, this value actually you want to replace with a NA. How actually you can do? So I'll select that, click on the replace value, this null value I want to replace with the NA. Now if I'll click on the OK, right, now you can see I'm getting one error. Why actually I'm getting one error? Because this postal code, this particular postal code, the column, right, that is in numeric, and what actually it is coming error, we are getting error, this null we can't replace with the NA. So for that what you have to do, first this postal code, this you have to convert into a text, and after converting the text, right, you can perform the same operation. So I will, what actually I will do, replace values, a null I want to replace with the NA, not available. Now you can see now actually it got replaced. Now here if you will see, if you click on the remove rows and remove blank rows, this will not be removed. So blank rows only will happen. So if you have a multiple in the both the column, both the values are null. If you have a 5 column, in the all the 5 column values are coming null or blank, in that case the remove rows will work. But suppose only the 1 2 column where the values are not coming properly, in that case what you have to do, we generally have to replace with the some value. So that is the thing we have to remember. So I hope you got the idea, like how actually we can handle the null values. Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to learn, suppose based on certain condition if you want to add a new column, so then how actually we can do that. So for that we use a conditional column as well as a custom column. Now what is the difference between the conditional column and the custom column? So let's understand. So in the conditional column, based on the if and else, that kind of the logic you can write. But suppose based on the and or condition also you have to use in the conditional statement, then you can't use a conditional column. In that case you have to use a custom column. So that is the difference. So in a conditional column and the custom column you can write a if and else condition, but suppose based on the and or condition also you want to apply, so that is not feasible in the conditional column, that is only feasible in the custom column. So that is the difference. So let's see with the example. We want to see whether the particular day is a weekend or the weekdays. So that is the thing we want to derive. So for that what actually I will do, in order date, right, from this order date I am going to create a new column, and I am going to see day of the week. What is the day of the week? So you can see day of week I am getting, and also I want to know the what is the name of particular day. So you can see I have derived a two thing. One is the day of week. So you can see day of week is starting from the 0. Sunday is a 0 and it is ending with the 6, that is a Saturday. It is starting from 0 and it is ending from the 6 Saturday. So what I will do, if it is a 0 and if it is a 6, right, then what I will make, I will make this as a weekend, otherwise I will make this as a weekdays. So that is the condition I am going to apply. So what you have to do, select the uh, day of week, click on the conditional column. What I will write, if I will write day of week equal to the 0. If it is a 0,
then what actually I want a weekend. Otherwise, otherwise you can write one more, else if day of week is equal to the 6, then what we will make? We will make a weekend. Otherwise, what we will make? We will make weekdays. Weekdays. So this is the condition I am writing. If day of week is 0, then weekend. If it is 6, then weekend. Otherwise, weekdays. So this 0 and 6 is representing the Saturday and the Sunday. I'll click on the OK. Once you'll click on the OK, right? A new column name. We'll give the name as a weekend. Weekend and the weekdays. Weekdays. Now I'll click on the OK. So you can see one new column got created. Now you can see the Sunday, right? Sunday it is showing it is a weekend, and similarly for the Saturday also it will show the weekend. Otherwise it is showing the weekdays. So that is the first thing. Now what actually we will do? We are going to create a financial year. So our financial start from 4 to 6 is the financial year 1. If it is a 7 to 9, then the financial 2. If it is a 10 to 12, then it is a financial 3. Otherwise, if it is a 1 to 3, then it is a financial quarter 4. So that is the thing we have to derive. So what I will do, I'll write a condition. So in this case, we will use a custom column because we have to use a AND condition also. I'll click on the custom column. What I will write, if month 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 is the column, if month is greater than or equal to the 4, and if month is less than or equal to the 6, then what I will call this as a financial quarter 1, FQ1. After that I will write another condition, else if month is the column, right? If it is a greater than, if it is a greater than 6, or I will write it greater than and equal to the 7, and if month less than and equal to the 9, then I will call as a financial quarter 2. Financial quarter 2. Similarly, I can write another else if condition, else if month is greater than and equal to the 10, and if month less than or equal to the 13, then I will call it as a financial quarter 3. Otherwise, I will write else financial quarter 4. So this, now here this if I don't have to write multiple time. If month is greater than 4 and less than 6, then for financial quarter 1. If month is greater than 7, and this if I can remove this. Similarly, then for financial quarter 2, if month is greater than 10, and this if I can remove. Now you can see what actually I am writing. If month is greater than 4 and less than 6, then I am calling as a financial quarter 1. If it is a greater than 7 and less than 9, then I am calling as a financial quarter 2. Then it will go into the financial quarter 3 condition. Otherwise, it is a financial quarter 4. So this I will give the financial year column, and I'll click on the OK. So this will tell me whether it is a financial quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. This is the, like this actually we can derive that. So if you have to write a multiple and or condition, then you can use a custom column. Otherwise you can go with the conditional column itself. So I hope you got the idea about the conditional. Hello everyone. Now in this particular video we are going to see how actually we can merge two column. So suppose I have this first name and the last name. These two column I want to merge. So select both the column. Once you select both the column, right, you will get one option, merge column. First you select, then you right click, you can see merge column, one option is coming. Now based on what actually you want to merge these two columns. So suppose I want to merge based on the comma, so I'll select that. And what is the new column you want to have? So this is the new column, merge new column, which is going to create. Click on the OK. Now once you click on the merge, right, so you can see based on the comma the first name and the last name actually it got merged. Which is coming in mind like this all the operation we can do in the Power BI desktop also with the help of the DAX formula. Then why we are using a Power Query editor? So you have to remember the best practice is like first you should clean a data with the help of the Power Query editor. We should transform your data before coming to the visualization, because once you have created a visualization and on top of that if you are writing a DAX formula, in that case what will happen, whenever you this visualization, right, on top of this visualization every time that DAX formula will be applied and that will consume more space and it will take more time, and one time your the dashboard will be slow because every time for the refreshing for extract, right, every time it will take more time. So the best practice you always have to remember, first you transform your data with the help of the Power Query. Once you clean the data, on top of that you create a visualization. That is the best practice that you have to remember. Hello everyone. Now in this particular video we are going to see how actually we can union two tables. So for that what actually we'll do, suppose this people is a one of the table we have. Now what actually I am going to do, I am going to create one more, I am going to create one duplicate table. This is a duplicate table. So one is a people table I have and this is one is the people two. This two table actually I want to union. So in the case of the union what will happen, in the row by row this two column will be merged. So what actually we have to do, first you have to select this people two, any of the table you have to select, click on the append query. Append is nothing but this is nothing but union only, select that. Once you will select that, right, which particular table you want to append, that you have to select. I want to append with the people to this, you have to select, and after that you have to click on the OK. Once you will click, right, you can see all the data from both the table actually it got appended. So union is nothing but a append in the Power Query, that you have to remember. Make sure whatever the column you are appending, right, the same number of columns should be available in the both and the data type also should be same, then only it will work properly. So that is the thing you have to remember. I hope you got the idea how actually we can append that or how actually we can perform union in the Power Query. Hello everyone. So in previous video we have seen how actually we can append the data. So append is nothing but is kind of the union. So in the case of the append, what is happening? First all the data related to the first table it will be shown. After that the second table data it will be shown. Means row by row actually append happens in the case of the append. But now we are going to see about the join operation. Join is nothing but a merge query. In this case what happens? Column by column join actually happens. So in the case of the merge query, so I have a two table, one is order table and second is the customer table. These two table I have to perform a join operation. So how actually I can do that? First you have to select the first table, after that you select the merge query. So after that which particular table you want to join, I want to join this customer table. Based on which particular thing you want to join, I want to join based on the customer ID, and here also we have a customer ID. Based on this I want to join. Now we have a multiple join operation. One is the left outer join, second is the right outer join, third is the full outer join, fourth is the inner join. So in the case of the inner, you can see if you apply inner join, only the matching rows which is available in the both the table it will be shown. Full outer join, all the rows from both the table will be shown to you. In the case of the right join, all from a second table it will shown, and only from matching you will show for the first table. So these are the different join operation is there that we will use. What actually we are going to use, we are going to use a full outer, and now after that click on the OK. Once you'll click on the OK, right, in the order table all the customer related information will be coming. Now you can see in the customer, this is the one table actually got created, right? If you select any of the rows, so you can see in this table we have a customer ID. Based on the customer ID, right, what is available in the second table actually it actually got joined, and you can see customer name, date of birth, marital status, these are the thing we can see. So you can see in a customer table what are the information we have. We have a customer ID, customer name, date of birth, marital status, and these are the column we have, right? Now when we apply the join, right, now you can see that information we can see in this particular order table itself, because we have performed a merge query. Now you can see if I'll click here, so for that particular customer ID what are the information which is available in a customer table that we can see. These are the information which is available in a customer table for this particular customer ID that I can see. Means all both the table actually got merged based on the particular column based on the customer ID. So in that case we use a merge query. If you are already aware about the join, then it is a very easy for you to understand. It is similar to the SQL. In a SQL we use a different join operation, right? So it is similar to that, only for that we use a merge, and for the union we use a append query. I hope you got the idea.